Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Tasha. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, y'all. Hey, 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 hey. I am sorry for the timing. My food said that it was here, and I've been looking and I haven't seen it. Nevertheless, nevertheless, we are here, and it's nobody but Jesus. It's nobody but Jesus. I listened to that yesterday, and the tears, I can't even explain it. But however, we are here. Bless the Lord. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. We are here. We are here. We are here. Um, before we get started, you already know how we do it. You already know how we do it. We're gonna do the roll call, and we're gonna ask that you hit the like button. Hit the like button. If you have not subscribed, subscribe now. Turn on your notifications. Comment respectfully. For 99 cents a month, you can become a monthly member of the Sean Talk Show. Isn't that a blessing? For only 99 cents. You can't beat 99 cents. You can't beat 99 cents. We got the super chats available. Turn on your notifications. The Cash App is pinned. Turn on your notifications. And then follow on all platforms: YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. Let's see, who do we have in the house? Who is in the house? February, BDG, Londa, Marcus, the Juice Radio and Talk Show is here. We got all of the people in the building. Stephanie is here. Welcome, 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 everybody. Welcome, everybody. And last but not least, the ways to give are here. These are the ways to give right there. You can choose any of them, or you can do a super chat. Any of the above, whichever way God leads you, that's the way I want you to go. All right, all right, all right. We are here. We are ready. Um, it was something else. It was one more thing. It was one more thing. Give me a minute. I'm mad because my food ain't here. Give me a second. It's one more thing, one more thing. I know I'm gonna forget. I forgot, I forgot, I forgot. Our guest is in the studio. Well, I'm not. You know what? They ain't no doggone guest. Our co-host is in the building. We don't have guests here. We family. We don't do that. Oh, here we go. One more thing. We have a new product. I added a shot glass. Now, for those of y'all, I know y'all don't drink, but we can have decor. You can set it somewhere, or you can put some tea in it and have a mocktail in the shot glass. So all of the mug and the shot glass is in the shop. So let's get ready to rumble. Let me make sure the ladies are ready because y'all know I will clip you in a minute and you'll be in there doing this. Or you might have a roller still right here and I'll be then pulled you up and I'll be like, oh, my bad. So soon as soon as they give me a thumbs up, I am ready to rock and roll. All right, the ladies are here. The ladies are here. We're going to bring up. Let me make sure I ain't muted because I'll be messing up when I be doing it. So we're gonna go with the lovely. I am Courtney Phillips. You
Hey.
know what? Now, wow, this thing. I'm so sick of.
Oh, Sean, it's always something.
No, we about to do this again. I'm good. I don't know what be going on. And here we go. The beautiful I am Courtney Phillips.
Hello, everyone. Good evening, Sean. It's always something with
We
us.
always starting off with some foolishness, but look what Courtney got. Look what Courtney got. She
History is
got her
mine.
mug. And we have with us the pastor, the doctor, the evangelist, the the generator of morning inspirations, the beautiful, the great, the Juice Radio and Talk Show.
What's up, ladies? Listen. I tell you, Shun will always give a real good, cute introduction.
Yes, she
Won't she?
will. She's a
What's
good MC.
going on,
Good old
ladies?
introduction. What's up? I like the
I
shot glass addition to the merch.
Mm-hmm.
thank you,
Yeah,
I
thank you,
like it.
that's
thank
cute. I'm
you.
getting that.
Come on, pour your look, pour your
Listen,
look. Listen, listen. I'm just might as well let y'all know I got me a little
see
cream
All right.
liqueur, little cream liqueur.
Okay,
that right
now.
there. There it
Yeah,
go. See
yeah.
that's the perfect glass for it. That is the perfect glass for
Oh,
it. I was
I
just
love it.
thinking, like, everybody likes to drink something, but who want to drink pop out of mug or who want to. So
I will.
I love it. I
I
love it.
mean,
But
some people don't want to drink out of red cups and they don't want to do this and do that or whatever because the
Them
red cup
solo cups,
mean
man. Mm-hmm.
mm,
the solo cups mean.
Them solo cup. That is not a cute girl cup. That is not a cute girl cup.
Listen, if you got the solo
right.
cup, we already know what's going on.
We know it's the picnic. We know it's the picnic,
How
y'all.
you know that
Mm-hmm.
ain't no juice in
Mm-hmm.
there?
Listen, we need to be like Dr. Heavenly when she had that little coffee mug and Andy was like, what's in that mug? And we know it's
It,
the coffee.
it all depends on how they hold it.
Ah!
If they just hold gripping it, ain't nothing in there.
Yeah,
If they got their hand around the top
Right. Something in
and
okay.
the pinky is out and they keep doing this,
there. Stirring it up.
oh, it's
Oh,
something in the
girl.
cup.
Courtney, I like your mic. Oh, that's so
Thank
cute.
It
All
you.
right.
is.
I
Thank you so
know.
much. This is my favorite color. Is pink, as you
I
can
see. And
tell.
your nails are
Okay.
matching Sean's beautiful
Okay.
cup. I love that.
Yes.
Y'all
Look
excuse
at
me. I'm
look.
dealing with allergies over here today, y'all.
You
Allergies.
know, I miss Georgia,
Oh my
but
God.
that's
Not
one
that.
thing
Hmm.
I do not miss.
That pollen.
Mhm.
That pollen. The
That
first
pollen is
year, I
different over
kid
here.
y'all not.
Hmm.
The first year we moved there, COVID hit. We
Mhm,
moved in September.
mhm,
Mm.
December, the things started going around. So in
mhm.
the house, Ain't worried about it. So one day I'm taking the dogs out and I just keep looking at the car like, oh my God, they didn't spray something because I'm looking at all this green, this covering everything. And I'm like, oh my God, because I'm outside on the patio. I didn't went in the house, like, I can't even go on the patio. I'm like, what
It's
is this
different.
stuff? And it just kept getting thicker and thicker. And I'm like, what is going?
This.
But
Right.
see,
Everybody
here we
cause
have
grief.
the white pollen that flies around in
Yeah.
the
Mhm.
air. So
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh Lord, we moving back. They
Oh
trying
my
to get
God.
us because this is just too much." But
Yeah, I was good earlier, but the nighttime is coming and I can feel it. I'm like, oh my gosh. I did a video earlier today and I was fine. And all of a sudden I'm getting ready to come on here and I'm like, man, oh man,
Mhm.
sniffling and snorting in the green room. I'm saying, oh God, I got to get ready. Sean need me to get
it
ready.
got what? Because when I seen her, I saw her wiping. I said, "Is Tasha touching her? Is she crying?" Like, what's?
Nobody
Come
but
I said,
on.
"Oh Lord, I know I was
Yes.
crying when I
Sing
yeah.
it,
was
Pastor
listening."
Regina. Sing
Listen,
it.
I almost grabbed my Bible and was like, come on, let's quote a
Come
whole verse for
on.
this thing. She was singing that though. She sang that.
Listen, the crazy part is watching her now is so crazy because she sung like that at 11, 12,
Yeah.
Wow.
just around the house, just
Wow.
Tasha singing. She would just, and
Hmm.
I would be looking at her like, where's this little girl getting this? And to see her just blossom
Mhm.
Yeah.
into the person, and I tell her all the time, she be like, shut up. I'm like, you make me feel like a proud mama because
Oh.
but just watching her, it is just so from where she was,
Yeah.
where
Right.
she went to, and where she is now.
That's
Hmm.
awesome.
You know who else you need to keep your eye on? Erica
Who
Campbell's daughter.
Yes.
My
she is. But
my God.
she's
Yes.
been like that since she was little.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
If you ever
Amazing.
look at Mary old stuff, you'll see her
Yes.
little body over
Mhm.
Hmm.
there on the stage. I was telling my mom because we was talking about actually all of them, just
Yeah.
how they used to come to the house because we had an organ and how we all used to just sit around. And she was like, and I look at y'all now and just because Jay Brooks is playing everywhere,
Mhm.
Jay Drew was playing
Yes.
everywhere. Like these are the kids that I had
Hmm.
a Concord. And when I
Hmm.
tell you it was about 7 of them in there,
Mm.
Wow. Can you play, Sean?
huh?
Okay. Thanks. I
I
have a
can get
quick
you through a
question. Oh, go ahead.
rehearsal, putting it
Uh-huh.
all together. I
You can
ain't
find
doing it.
notes.
I can,
This
oh
is your
yeah, I
note.
can give you
Okay.
but to put them all together, like I can play each
Uh-huh.
section. But
Okay.
when you go to putting them all together, that's when my brain just be like, nope, we're not doing that.
Okay.
We're
Oh
not
my
doing
my.
that.
My.
But the boards, the sound, I can anything in that, yeah. I'm
Okay.
I used to sit and just stare
Mhm.
Wow.
when we would be at the studio. Michael Brooks is an
Amazing.
amazing. Oh my
Amazing.
God, we would be sitting at a
Yes.
restaurant and he'd be writing on the napkin,
Mm.
Mm.
sing this. And we'd be sitting there singing. He'd be like, all right, let's go. And we'd get in the car and just go to the studio.
Wow.
Like,
I
and I
have
would
a
just be sitting there looking at him just doing the boards. And he like, you don't go too fast. You don't do this. This is what this is. And he would be excited
Mhm.
to do it. So I'm just,
I have a couple of questions though in regards to like your Michael Brooks and Tasha and Kiera and all those kids coming up. Was it pressure considering who their parents were? Did they have an
Oh,
extreme amount of pressure on them?
mm.
mhm,
Oh, wow.
Mm.
mhm.
And how did it affect them growing up both socially and you know away from the mic?
Well, Tasha's told her story, you
Mhm.
know. This is crazy because I just before I came on was talking to my bishop's daughter, and as pastors' kids, there's this stigma of how you're supposed to be, what you're supposed to do, what you're not supposed to do, how you're supposed to conduct yourself, and these are children.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
These
Mhm.
are children. We couldn't go skating without well, they couldn't, it.
Mhm.
And I was on them like they were the pastor and first lady.
Mhm.
And then because they are the kids of the pastor and first lady,
Mhm.
oh, there are things that is asked of them, that is expected of them, that I
Mhm.
would not.
Yeah.
Mm.
So when a
Mm.
lot of these church kids, especially that parents were pastors and bishops, when they come up in a certain, or they do certain types, it's just like, for instance, we wasn't gonna go here, but we can go here.
Okay.
Like EJ. EJ was
Mhm.
brought up in Beverly Hills.
Oh,
EJ,
my
EJ,
uh,
EJ.
Johnson,
Magic Johnson's son.
Magic
Got you.
Johnson.
Okay.
Magic
Excuse
Johnson,
me.
Cookie's son.
People were
Okay.
watching that interview like, oh, EJ so stuck up. EJ is so Beverly Hills.
He just
Right.
been spoiled rotten.
And his daddy was a basketball player,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
not EJ.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
But you are put in your parents' shadow to be like them when that's not one, it may not be your calling.
Mhm.
It may not even be a hobby of yours, but
Mm.
people expect it from you. People expect Kiki to sing. People
Mhm.
expected Tasha to sing. People
Mm.
expected Jay to play. People expected Jay Drew to. It's
Mhm.
expected because your family is music.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then, in the same instance, when you get into those rooms,
Mm-hmm.
then you find out what mama and daddy and aunties never really went through.
Mm. Did it ever make them want to not do this, although they're very extremely talented, gifted, all of the above?
Singing,
Mhm.
no. All of them sing. All of them. Every last one of them.
Mhm.
It's not on one that don't. When it comes to ministering,
Mhm.
well, we all saw Jay Drew say we ain't doing it.
Right.
Is
We
that
ain't
Junior?
doing
The son? That's his son, right? That's his
it. Yeah.
son. I
Jay Drew
remember when I
said
was watching Sheer. So, oh my God,
yeah, see,
when Bishop
we got
Sheer got on him,
Yes.
like,
but
it's
I'll
like
never
again,
forget that.
I turn
Mhm.
this
that's a
place out with cameras and
generational
everything.
thing that people expect because your daddy, your granddaddy, your
Yeah.
Right.
great granddaddy, your uncles, that's not necessarily true. They're expected, okay, you're supposed to date a preacher, you're supposed to marry an evangelist, you're supposed
Mm.
to, most of
Mm-mm.
them, they end up with bad boys, as they call them, or bad
Mhm.
girls, because
Mhm.
that church thing, they know the in
But them
between
preachers,
cracks and crevices.
What is
oh,
Junior doing in? Well, not he's not a junior. Is it Junior? Is that Junior? What is her son?
Who?
Drew Shear's son doing? What is he doing? He's still in music DJing and stuff. What is he doing? Okay.
He is, he didn't sign, I think he's Glorilla's manager now.
Hmm.
He
Jay Drew?
is,
Yeah.
Pharrell, he still works with Pharrell. He probably in the studio now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If they not on the plane, he's probably in the studio now.
Hmm.
That's how, but this has been always. I used to have to drag them out of church like, yo, let's
Mhm.
go. They would turn the lights off on them, but soon as church was over, they would be on the instruments, everybody would be doing something. But this is their everyday. They love singing
Hmm.
every day. This is not something that is
Mhm.
forced upon.
Okay.
Like
Do
my
you think
mama is not a
ministry is
singer.
forced? No. Okay.
Ministry is not forced, but it is a high requirement.
It is.
Mhm.
The only one that is ministering out, well, no, they all of Lisa's kids, they're singers,
Mhm.
but they minister in that singing. As a matter of
Okay.
fact, the youngest one and her husband have a church here.
Mhm.
So
The youngest one is the one that just got married not too long ago, right?
no, that was Tia. That's the middle one. The
Okay.
youngest one got married first. Well, in between.
Her, that's
The
right.
slender
And
skinned one.
yes, and her husband is a pastor, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep,
I don't know
yep.
why I thought she was the oldest. Tasha's the oldest, huh?
Tasha's the oldest, then
Okay.
Tia, then Satira. Tasha's
Okay.
the oldest out of the whole crew.
Got you.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Mhm.
But I've heard Tasha sing I don't know how many times, and there's not a time where I don't be like, I'm gonna bust you in your face.
Man,
Like,
listen.
I want to slap you. How
Yeah,
did you do that so
yeah.
effortlessly?
She always sings from the soul. She does.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
Mhm.
And
feel
that's why I
everything
was
she
telling,
sings.
Yes.
It's oof.
even in her struggles, listen to
Mm-hmm.
any of her songs, you can
Mm-hmm.
still hear it. That's why I'm
Mm-hmm.
always so quick to say, I don't care if you're a crackhead, a heroin addict,
Mm-hmm.
a drunk, a prostitute, whatever it is. If
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
it's there, it's going to be, he called you to do what he called you to do.
Mhm.
Yes.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
And she's so good
Period.
at it. Mhm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
I heard, and because I wanted to talk about this too. I just saw, they all get me confused. Social Fire, Global Impact, they all confuse me. I can't remember which one it was. But
Social Fire Eater, Rock Leach. Mhm.
so Social Fire, that's the beard,
Rock
the
Leach.
thick
Uh-huh.
guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. He didn't denounce so many of the gospel music this week because he found out, well, no, they are part of the sorority. They are part of the, well, I didn't know that they was gay. Sir, if that's what you're gonna do, you're gonna be denouncing stuff for the rest of this
Forever.
year.
Yeah, I saw
I
his
don't
video. I
understand.
contacted Rock Leach. You know, he and I have chit chatted. His wife, you know, we chit chatted
Okay.
online, and you know, we call each other because I do want to do some collaborations with him. And he's been taking a lot of heat for that video that he did regarding his thoughts. But people have to understand, people have their opinions about, you know, the LGBTQIA plus.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, what we have to learn as a church culture is to still have respect, even when
That's
we're
right.
discussing you know, the disagreement that we have about it. And he
Mm-hmm.
took a lot of flack for that. But I did respect him because he did come back and he apologized to one of the content creators that had saw it, and so he did apologize for his delivery, but not for his stance on it. And I thought that
Mm-hmm.
was, you know, admirable.
I can take that.
You're right.
Yeah.
I can
Mhm.
take that. I can, you
Yeah.
can, I'll apologize for how I said it in a minute, but I meant every word that I said.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So that's but Moret Brown, she don't do nothing to nobody.
Hmm.
But because you found out she was a part of a sorority, now you want to throw all of her music out?
Oh wow,
Yeah.
I didn't even know that though.
Yeah, they going hard at these people who are
They
in
are
Oh.
going
sororities. Yeah, they're like they're demon
crazy.
worshipers and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, where are we getting all this from?
Right.
Now, this is, and I'm 51.
Hmm.
So my whole high school year going on the black college tours and all of these things, we were encouraged to join sororities and fraternities for community, for family, for support, for structure, for connections. Even some colleges, who are you a part of? If you're a part of somebody, then that
Mm-hmm.
was like, oh, you were, now it's like, you worshiping the devil. Okay, wait.
Listen, can I be frank?
Go
Can I
ahead.
be
Please,
honest?
please.
I was not trying to pledge for community. I was trying to pledge so I can carry on.
But
That's what God knew.
I
that,
mean, but even
that
still,
if I ever get to the point to get an honorary, I will gladly. But
Oh my
no,
God.
but
Courtney said, I just want to do some
okay.
carrying on.
I wanted to carry on badly.
But even
Wow.
in your carrying on, you wasn't denouncing Jesus.
Uh,
But they didn't. They
so
Let
didn't
me
do it
ask
back
this.
then. They're doing that. That seems to be something they're doing now. All of this, if you were in a sorority, you know, I just don't understand why every day is a new thing on the dinner table for people to talk about. You know, oh, this isn't godly. That's not godly. That's not. I just, my gosh, come on. Now I do understand that some sororities, you know, some of the things they did do that I have seen, it's like, no, that's kind of that's witchcraft right there, and I can understand, but I wouldn't say that's
mhm,
for all of them.
But
mhm,
right, that's what I'm
Right.
saying. The police force, they haze, they do all kind of stuff. The fire department, like all of these people have rituals that everybody don't participate in. Some
Mm.
people don't even know about them.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Mhm. Mhm.
to even be like, what?
Well,
Because
Mhm.
I've
because it's
heard
a
some
secret
stories.
society,
Mhm.
Yeah,
so
but
Yeah.
we
even
wouldn't know.
Yeah.
But
Hey, Jesse.
but even still, do y'all think all of that TV? I know some people that have pledged. A lot of them crossovers don't. People look at TV too much. That's
Mm.
what one of the problems
well,
is.
now
I
no,
think a lot of people. Okay,
we're not
let's.
gonna act like the process is not the process now.
No, no,
Let
no,
the
Oh.
no, 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 no,
process
no, no,
be
no.
processing,
The
okay?
process is the
Ah.
process, but they're not all what people see on TV. That's where a
Mm-mm.
lot of people are getting real talk.
Sean,
No, no,
it
no. I'm
it
saying
depends
we know,
on the
but a
route you
lot of
take.
people that are talking about it,
Hmm.
they're going on what they've heard,
Mhm.
Well,
what
of
they
course,
saw
yeah,
on especially
yeah,
nowadays.
yeah.
TikTok
Mhm.
and Instagram and X or Twitch, whatever they all are, they all show these negative parts or all of these things. And now they're looked at in different ways. When we were coming up, it wasn't, you wanted to have a cane, you wanted to be pink
Mhm.
and green, you wanted to be
Mhm.
whoop, whoop, you wanted to
Mhm.
be a dog, you wanted
Please
like,
don't, please don't bark because I feel like somebody from somewhere just gonna start barking and I'm gonna hear it. They will
oh,
bark at a funeral. They will bark anywhere. Do you hear
they
me?
do not care, honey. They'll be in a
Josh probably at
minute.
home
They
right now barking.
right,
Please, sir.
Josh
I
Oh
can
probably
my.
hear you
home
all way over
here.
here. Don't.
Oh my
He felt
goodness.
it. He felt
Is
it.
that who Ricky Smiley is with too? Was he?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Mhm. My God.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Mm-mm.
many people
Please.
are going to return the Demon Scholarship money. Every school and chapter
That's
have
what had me
different.
chuckling.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
We're not returning that money.
Uh-uh. They
But
not.
really,
They don't
but
talk
this
about
is true. There, you used to get like scholarships, different type of
Now
stuff
this is true.
with
Yeah.
becoming a part, and now it's
Mm-hmm.
just like this. If you
it.
a part of
Oh,
sorority,
Jesse.
you don't
Mm-mm.
love God. Wait, what?
I was
It's
listen. I
comedy
I I
being
did a technical college when I was in Florida, and then I did some more online college. But I'm just not one of them type of sorority girls because you ain't yelling in my face, and I can't yell back. I'm not doing.
Listen,
that's what stopped me.
Pastor
Nah.
Lily said, "Y'all not about to play in my face."
That's
No.
what stopped me
No.
because I said
No.
I
No,
get mad
sir.
when my
No,
mama
ma'am.
tell me stuff.
Mm-mm.
So you about to I can't do what? I can't shower. Oh no no
Mm-mm.
no 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 no
Ew.
no 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 no
Ew.
no
I
no.
ain't listen. I am not gonna be marching behind you and you all cute and that now you got to be in front of me and I can't go nowhere. No, I'm not. I'm not a
And
behind the
I
girl
smell like
person.
turtle tank water.
No,
No.
Right.
no, no. I ain't bowing down to
Listen,
you. I'm not doing none of that. Just let me do my little online course. Let me do that.
that's it.
Listen, they handing them out now. Hand me one. I take one. I'll take
That's me.
one now. I have
Mm-mm.
done many teachings on the Greeks over the years. Well,
Dr.
doctor,
Ben Israel. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
we need you to give
Hey,
some of these
Dr.
folks some inside knowledge
You
because a
probably ain't gonna
lot
want to
of
hear because let me tell you, when Dr. Ben Israel go, he gonna go deep, and you
Deep.
probably gonna be
let's go
shocked, and you probably
let's
gonna look at some of these fraternities and be like, okay, I
Yeah.
understand now, I understand, because he can go deep. You should have him on one day, Sean. You should have him
well,
on your
let's
show
do
one
Mm.
day,
it
and y'all talk about that.
because
Yeah.
I've really always thought like, okay, growing up, we were encouraged to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, yeah, but you
Now it's
there's so much
like,
unknown spiritually. When I say
mm,
there's so much
Mm-hmm.
unknown, there's so much spiritually unknown. Dr. Ben Israel and I, we were talking one day. Actually, we were online during his Apocrypha series, and we were talking about the book of Enoch. And he went into people who are, different people who look at astrology and different people who look at this, that, or the other, and some of the things that they wear and stuff like that. And it, let me tell you, it was a heavy topic, and it makes you look at some stuff like, oh my God, I need to get out of that. Because what
Mm.
happens is people get into stuff without knowing the real back history of where it came from, how it was formulated, and it goes way beyond
Mm-hmm.
human. It goes back to the fallen angels and what they brought down and what they incorporated and start teaching man some of the things that we weren't supposed to be doing at all. So it goes way beyond man. But y'all, you need to have Dr. Ben Israel on here. I'm sure he'll
Mm-hmm.
probably be more
That would
than
be good.
willing to have
I
that
need to.
conversation.
This comment here.
Now it's more than 1K, Duchess.
Hold
Way more.
on. Let's back up. Let's back
Way
the
more
train
than
up.
1K. I'm
Wait, you
Let's
got
sorry.
to
back the
pay for this
train
stuff
up.
too?
You gotta pay.
You
Absolutely.
got to pay to be tortured?
Yes.
And you trying to get my
Wait,
money?
wait,
Oh,
wait,
no.
wait, wait, wait,
Let's try
wait.
5K.
You
$5,000
have
to
to
join the
pay
fraternity?
to pledge.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Oh well,
It may be a
that's
little
why.
less undergrad, but yeah, it's
Oh
a
well,
lot
Mhm.
maybe
more
that's why the Lord didn't
grad.
put it in my spirit. Because soon as I would have heard the price, I definitely would have been like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
Hmm.
Well, no, because I guess you could. It's still a lot of perks with it, though. It's
Mhm. Well, but
oh,
you
I
know what? But here, you said something right there. You said there's a lot of perks with it. But you know that's how Satan does. He will always tell you there's perks to stuff
this is true.
Pastor Regina.
This
to get
is
to
Here
get
we
true.
you on
go.
to do it. So listen,
This is
Dr. Ben Israel,
true.
if you want, I'm gonna send Sean your number. Y'all need to talk.
For
Hmm.
sure.
Yeah,
That
we
would be a
need to
great
because
show.
Yeah, Sean, you
I
should
would
do that.
love it.
wait. Dr.
Mhm.
Ben, is me talking to you gonna make me have to go apologize to Bishop Wooden? Am I gonna have to?
Girl, get your apology ready. Get your apology tour ready.
I am weak. Oh
I don't mind apologizing. I don't mind apologizing. I am not one of them. My pride is not too big. But
Get that apology
Dr.
ready,
Ben.
girl. Get it ready,
God.
child.
Oh Lord, do
I
I
have
got to
one more
go over
question.
to Charlotte? Jesus.
I got one more question before we dive into the topics for tonight. I wanted to ask Pastor Regina this.
Yeah.
So, have you ever pastored in a brick and mortar,
Yes.
or will you ever? Okay,
Yes. I used
okay,
to have my own brick and mortar.
okay,
Yes,
okay.
for a few years, had my own brick and mortar, and also I do speaking engagement at other churches as well. But yes, absolutely, had my
Okay.
own brick and mortar. Right before COVID came, I was in this beautiful building I was sharing with a Korean church.
Okay.
Our ministry was sharing space with them, and right before COVID came, I ended up paying, my husband and I actually were paying the rent ourselves because we weren't getting enough tithe and
Mm,
offering in.
mm,
And I had a conversation with God. I said, God, if you want me to continue in this building, beautiful
mm-hmm,
church, I
mm-hmm.
said, you're going to have to provide the money because I
That's
don't see
right.
me paying my mortgage and this rent.
Come on.
Mm.
And it was heavy. I mean, that
Yeah.
rent was huge. So I did it for 3 months,
Okay.
paid it myself. And then after that, I just told people we would do online
Okay.
services, and we started doing that. And also, I would have them come to my home a little while, but then
Mm-hmm,
COVID hit, and that shut all that down. But yes,
mm-hmm.
I had a brick and mortar for a few years.
And is
Hmm.
that Truth and Triumph
Yes,
Ministries?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Truth and Triumph
Awesome.
Ministries, yeah. But when
So
that money
that's the
wasn't right,
actual
I said,
name.
"Forget it." Yeah,
Okay.
my
Okay.
501c3 church organization is Truth and Triumph Ministries. Hmm.
And
Okay.
does your ministry have a separate page, or is it connected with your current page?
It's separate from the juice. It's
Okay.
actually our sponsor channel.
Got you.
Well, if you go to the juice, you'll see there's a link there that says Truth and
Okay.
Triumph Ministries, but they're separate. They're two separate entities,
Okay.
two separate Georgia corporations. And
Perfect.
I did it that way because I wanted them to be separate, because
Hmm.
Truth and Triumph Ministries is my spiritual place. I don't play around with that.
That's right.
And so
Yeah.
for a little while, I was doing everything, doing Bible study and everything on the Juice Radio and Talk Show, and doing church news
Hmm.
topics and all this funny conversation and all that. And it started getting to the place where some people were coming in and they were like, well, is this a church channel or not? What are you doing? And so I
Mm,
realized the importance of separating the two.
okay.
And so I separate and have Truth and Triumph Ministries. That's why when you go there, all you will see is Bible study on there. You're not gonna see no comedy, nothing. You ain't gonna see no church news. You're gonna see nothing. That is a sacred space,
Okay.
and I keep it
Hmm.
that way but it is the sponsor channel for the Juice Radio and Talk Show because, for a time I was having funds that I would get from Truth and Triumph Ministries just to
Mhm.
simply help the early parts of the Juice Radio and Talk Show. But now the Juice is actually funding Truth and Triumph.
Look,
Listen, okay. And then Jesse asked, okay, there we go. Would you redo it again? Would you go back to brick and mortar? Or are you finding it more efficient and effective to be in this space?
You know what? I would if let me tell you this. And thank you, Jesse. And I love Jesse's content. I was over there with Jesse, I
Yes.
think it was last night. I love
Hmm.
his content. If I went back to a brick and mortar, I would do it, but I would want a team of pastors working with me. And
Mm,
here's the reason why, because I don't
that's
want to do
good.
service every Sunday.
Okay.
And the reason why I don't want to do service every Sunday is one, you got to do all that studying, and I'm trying to take care of household, I'm trying to take care of
Hmm.
husband, other businesses, and plus I like to travel to my friends' churches. I want to go to my friend's church over there, in this state. I want to go down to Florida. I want to go over here in North
Hmm.
Carolina. I want to go, I want to go. And if I'm the only one that's pastoring,
That's right.
I ain't got nobody to feel. So
Hmm.
I like the freedom that I have because I can turn
Hmm.
on this laptop and be over there, preaching in any state or out of the country somewhere. So
Right.
if I did go back to a brick and mortar, I would rather it be shared. And I believe in that anyway. That was one of my missions when I had my building was for us to get 4 to 5 pastors to join
mm-hmm.
and we all rotate
Mm.
services because it takes the weight off of one.
Yes.
It
And
saves a lot of money,
Yes.
yeah,
headaches, and all the yeah.
yeah, I wanted like 5 of us. We all come together in one building. We pour our resources together, get our members together. And sad thing, I couldn't get these pastors to give up their own. No, I got this. Even the church that we
Mm.
were sharing with. We were sharing with 2 churches. We were sharing with a smaller church in
Hmm.
Fayetteville, and
Hmm.
then we went and ended up going to a larger church that we were sharing, and the next county over. And the smaller church, I told the young lady, I said, "Why don't we all get together?" And at that
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
they had maybe 10 or 12. We had probably 10 or 12. I said, let's combine
Hmm.
them, let's have, 20, 24. And she said, well, I got to talk to Apostle, which it was her husband. And I said, well, okay, talk. And then she came and she said, no, Apostle want to do, his thing. But he said, if you want, you can have your members come and join us.
I bet. I'm sure.
And
I thought you ain't want to do
it's
it.
black folks. It's how black folks. And I looked at her and I said, well, I'll just have to talk to the members and see what they want to do. And of course, they weren't happy. Of course, the way I delivered it, they want y'all. Do y'all want to join them? Because they don't want to join us.
Right.
But
Like, why can't just join each other? Like, why?
right,
How
I
that
got
amazing
part.
would that be? And
Right.
that would take off so much weight, like Sean said, financially. It would take off the burden of
Burden.
let me not say burden of pastoring, but you
It
understand what
is
I'm
a burden.
saying.
it
It is a
is.
Okay.
burden at time.
I
Because you
said
got
that one time and somebody was like, it's never a burden to do the Lord's work.
lies.
Right.
That's trying to be
I
too
know the
deep.
truth.
You're trying to
Lies.
be too deep when you're doing that because it
Yeah.
is. You have to. You're on call 24 hours a day,
Hmm.
Well, no,
literally.
not me.
Hmm.
Not me. Because
See,
Hmm.
one of the things I told my congregation, I told them I have a whole husband.
Come
Don't call
on.
me at 3 in the morning and expect me to answer my phone.
Period.
If you got an emergency, call 911. I told
See,
them.
I love it. I
And
love it.
I said, don't get mad at me because I can't answer. I'm not your doctor, nor am I your lawyer. And I pray for you when I get your voice message the next morning. I told them, no,
Hmm.
you're not going
see,
to
that's
disturb
what I'm
my
talking.
peace.
That's
No.
But where did that, I hate to veer the car off, where did that come from? Because the
people.
old school pastors pastored like that, as far as having to be um so in it, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like answering their phone 24 hours a day, always wherever people ask them to be. Where did that type of pastoring come from?
Listen, as far as back as I can remember, you call the pastor for everything. Call the pastor. My
Hmm.
daughter got a headache. Call the pastor. My
Hmm.
sister might call the pastor. This sister so and so, and you had a pastor running to 10 different hospitals, trying
Yes.
to go and greet everybody. And some of the people are like, well, the pastor's gonna send, mother so and so to see you, and they're like, no, they feel like if
No.
mother
They
so
don't want that.
they ain't gonna get their healing.
I
And
wait
Mm.
for the
it's always
pastor.
been
If
like
you're gonna
that.
be then passed out by the time pastor get here, that's all right.
Yeah.
I pray for
No,
pastor.
it's an old school thing. But here's the thing: those pastors were running so hard and so heavy,
Yes.
they couldn't take care of themselves, nor could they take care of their families. Their
Mm-hmm.
children suffered. A lot of the children didn't want nothing else to do with church because they didn't have this relationship with their
Mm-hmm.
father. They felt as though their
Mm-hmm.
father cared more about the members than them. All of that. But no, that wasn't gonna happen in my household. If my daughter called me in the middle of a service, I'd be like, somebody come up here and get this mic. My baby calling me.
Come on.
Because I understand the importance of family and God to take care of it. I'm not. What happened? What Jesse saying?
This one lady called my old bishop who was like 85 to change her tire. Like, girl, you
See
ain't.
that foolishness right there? No, no, my members knew. Don't
But
call me.
see, they do that. My
Yeah.
They
daddy
do.
is was the head of the deacon board.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, he wasn't even the head. The phone would just ring.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Such and such is in the hospital. Such and such just died. Such and such just did this. Because he was the call to the pastor.
Wow.
So when our phone would ring after 12 o'clock, I knew it was somebody from the church and I knew something was wrong.
Wow. Wow.
He
Mm-mm.
would get up. Then, of course, my mama was wrong. Then she would get up. Then, I'm nosy. So my mama get
You
up.
getting
Why
up?
you up? Like,
Everybody
what's
getting up.
going on? So we all up like, well, what's going on? So it's a lot.
Yeah.
I
No,
really
my
think,
members knew. My members knew. Don't call me past 8 o'clock. Don't do it.
yeah.
You ain't gonna get an
Mm-hmm.
answer. You're not gonna get an answer. Don't call me past 8 o'clock. I'm not. No.
But then too,
And also I wasn't taking a salary either. I mean, we were a small ministry, and I was not taking
Mm-hmm.
a salary. I said I'm not going to do that to the congregation. So we used our
Mm-hmm.
money to actually help a lot of the members that needed food, resources, stuff like that, and the rent. But I was not taking a salary. I was pouring in more than anything else. And
and see,
so
that's another thing. They
Whew.
feel like we paying you.
no.
So
No.
this your job.
Mm-mm.
So a lot of people they run into that. And then you have I like we was talking before. You buy a house. The pastor got to know, he need to know, he got to come bless the house. I'm getting ready to buy a car. Yeah, well, I need to talk to pastor and see what the kids, well, we need to see what pastor say about what school you going to. It was too, it was too much.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
I was
And a
doing
lot
some
of
of that
those
too. I
pastors,
would bless a home and I would bless a car, but I would do it on my schedule. I
That's
would
right.
have a calendar. And if
Mm-hmm.
it didn't fit into my schedule, get the next pastor or one of these other members to do it for you. I was
Mm-hmm.
not going to be running myself from here to Timbuktu to go
That's right.
crazy to do some things. And I taught my members how to pray for themselves.
mm-hmm,
Mm-hmm.
That's one
mm-hmm.
thing
That's
I told
good.
him. I said, y'all have to know how to pray for yourself. Is don't think that my prayer is going to be the only one to reach heaven. And this one lady, she was so funny. She told me, she said, well, I ask you to pray because I know my life not right. And I know God hears you and answers you. So you know what I told her? I said, well, you need to get your life right. Because one day you ain't gonna get me, you ain't gonna give me the answer to this phone.
Come on.
But then
Period.
too, okay, that's another thing.
Mm,
I heard somebody, I can't remember if it was I no, it wasn't Social Fire, the other one.
Global impact.
That's the one. That's
We
the one
having them
right
so
there.
funny.
confused. Go
That's
ahead.
the one. He says nobody can preach to him in sin. And I'm thinking we're all in sin. We're just in
Mm-hmm.
different sins.
Uh-huh.
We're all, what sin do we not do?
Mm-hmm. I don't
Some
even know what
sins
is it
we
referencing
do
to.
un that's the thing. When you say can't nobody in sin preach to you, well, you can't be preached to.
Come on, man.
I love it. I love it.
Like for
You
real,
funny. You
like
funny.
how can you, we expect so much. Are there different requirements? Absolutely. Is there a deeper call? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Are the pastors supposed to be examples? Somewhat. But when we're all full of sin, not full of, we all have sin. We were born into
Uh-huh.
sin. Let's
Uh-huh.
just say that.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
we can, if we start doing stuff like denouncing the Christian artists and taking the pastors out the pulpits because of sin, nobody's preaching. Nobody's singing.
At least very few. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because the Bible even says when we want to do good,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Evil.
evil is always, not sometimes, not maybe, not this month, but next month.
Mm-hmm.
It says always.
Yeah.
That's why we kill our flesh daily.
Mm-hmm.
It might be something I
Let me
do
close
today
this.
that I didn't do yesterday or might not do tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the daily that we have to do. And people get so stuck up on you're supposed to be perfect. There is no perfect person.
Yeah.
Well, so Kanique says here, global impact is talking about practicing sin, habitual sin, not committing a sin.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah, that
Mm-hmm.
that
That
continues.
I can
Yeah.
see.
Mm-hmm.
I can see
Mm-hmm.
that. But then too, I don't know if I want to say this. We pick and choose people's sins.
That's a good statement.
If we see something, we're like, oh, that you're sinning, but you don't know the person's heart or you don't know what happened before
Mm-hmm.
or after. We just take one thing and just, oh, you a sinner, you ain't saved.
Mm-hmm.
That's not, God didn't do that. Well, Jesus, when he came in human form, he didn't do that.
I would say this as far as like with pastors and people before you get on that pulpit, every pastor should do this. Every pastor who's going to get on a pulpit should study the tabernacle.
Mm.
The reason why I say they should study the tabernacle is because before you get on that pulpit, you need to make sure that you are clean because it's important. We don't study enough about the cleanliness of what that pulpit means.
Mm-hmm.
And so one of the things that I would do when I was preaching at my brick and mortar, I would always make sure that I was walking up there clean. Even so much, I would go to
Mm-hmm.
the bathroom and just wash my hands just for a sign of I'm making sure I'm pure and clean because the pulpit to me is sacred.
Mm-hmm.
You don't play around up there. You don't play games. You don't go up there dirty. It's a sacred space. I don't care what it looked like. It can look like a crate that holds 6 bottles of soda. If it's a pulpit, it's
It's
sacred.
sacred.
Clean yourself
Mm-hmm.
off before you go up there. And don't have the mindset of, I'm going to do all this dirt and then I'm going to just clean myself right before I go. I'm going to pray. No, because the tabernacle, those priests had to make sure they were always clean because they had to go in and make petition on behalf
Mm-hmm.
of the people.
Yes.
And it's an important position to be a pastor to get on a pulpit. And I don't think pastors, some of these pastors, not all, I don't think they have learned or they don't know that sensitive part of what you're doing. So many people just playing around, just stepping
Mm-hmm.
up on here, and you don't understand. I mean, when it
Mm-hmm.
says this is holy ground,
Yes.
that part you got to understand. So even with me with my life, I had to make sure that I was walking right because people always watching. People always watching. And if there's something that made people kind of, think, are you a pastor? Because if you see me having a bottle of wine or something like that, and I would sit down and have a conversation with them about why this is not a sin versus,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
this or something, whatever. Or, may say, were you wearing shorts? You're showing your legs. Okay, let's have this conversation. Why this is not a sin? Because like you said, Sean, basically people are looking at stuff and they're making it into something. But the reason why they're doing it is because they're not getting teaching on why it is not.
Mm-hmm.
Because they have been taught so much that it is without proper teaching to
Right.
explain, is it or is it not? And but the other thing is that I wanted to say, and then I'll pass it on to you guys, is pastors need to understand what the term pastor means.
For
You are
real.
supposed to be somebody that is supposed to protect the sheep and
Mm-hmm.
the sheep. And
Mm-hmm.
how can you do that with dirty hands?
Mm.
You have to do that. And if it means sacrificing and not doing some of your own desires so that you can do that, then
Mm,
do it. You have to let yourself know that, listen, the people that I'm standing before right here that God has allowed me to have are so important to me. I can put aside that mess that I thought was important. It's not valuable. Thank you, Holy Spirit. You got to determine what's valuable, the desire
that's
that
good.
you want
Mm-hmm.
to do or the people that's following you.
Mm,
We will take account for all those that are following us. That's why I had to make sure, and that's another reason why I was like, listen, I was so glad that I wasn't huge, huge, huge at the time, because sometimes when you look at how many people, you're like, my God, I'm responsible for all of them. I don't think pastors are
Yeah.
looking, I'm responsible for them.
yes.
And so they need to get back to looking at study the tabernacle. I got a book here that I study. Study the tabernacle. That pulpit is sacred.
Mm,
And
Yes,
if
it
we
is
get back
good.
to that, we can really start saving some folks for real.
yes.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Because they used to didn't even want to walk across the pulpit, or certain things that you didn't do in the pulpit. Even when the
Right.
choir, if they were in the
That's
pulpit
right.
singing, it was a certain way that you
Mhm.
carried yourself. There were certain things that you did.
Yeah.
Do you mind if someone in the chat um, needs a good Bible study or a place to go to learn more? You have the Juice Talk
Hmm.
Radio Show, but you also have Truth and Triumph. Can someone please post uh, that
Yeah.
YouTube channel in the chat, please?
And I'll
Yes,
put it, one of the
please.
moderators can't put it in there. I think Mamir can put it in there. Mamir, if you could pull up Truth and Triumph Ministries. And also, there's other good people that we're connecting with.
For sure.
Um, yes, Mamir, if you could put Truth and Triumph Ministries in there, or yeah, she's on it. And Dr. Ben Israel's channel, because he's teaching
Hmm.
the Bible. Also, DYCT Ministries. He's recently connected with us. He does
Okay.
Bible study online.
Yes.
Pastor Lorenzo Evans, he does our Wednesday night Bible study. We're doing verse by
Mm-hmm.
teaching. And so we're
Awesome.
connecting with people. And I think it's important. And thank you, Courtney, because people really want the truth out
Yes.
here. And I was actually saying this morning to my husband. I was thinking this morning, okay, it's Sunday, and I said, God, people are going to church, but do they really know what church is and what was church really meant to be?
Hmm.
People are going to church, but do you really know what church is meant to be? And I posed that question to my husband. And he said, it's where I go to learn about God. And I said, yeah, but it's much more than that.
Hmm.
It's supposed to be a safe place where the hurt
Hmm.
will get healing,
Yes.
where
Mm-hmm.
the widow can go find care and assistance, where communities can have places that they can go to that's supposed to help them with things that they need. It's not just supposed to be a place where we go and sit as an audience. And one thing that Chat GPT brought up that I thought was excellent, it
Mhm.
said that a church is not supposed to be a place where people just go and always want to be an audience. It's a place that people are supposed to go to want to be able to learn and go out and teach others.
Yes.
And I think we got a lot of audience people. Their whole
Mhm.
lives are spent just being an audience, and their pastors
Mm.
are fine with that. But a real pastor, you're not building your church just to build an audience.
No.
You're building your church to be so that you can have people that go out and will be disciples, go and
Yes.
do other
Exactly.
ministry. So if any pastor out there is saying, I just want to build my congregation bigger and everybody stay here, shame
Mhm.
on you. You're not doing it right. Because the Bible says he sent them out.
Come on.
That's what it say.
He didn't say he kept
Mhm.
them in, but you
That's
got to
what it
equip
say.
them and teach them to do that. But so many pastors want to hold on to them. No, you got to send them out. If you want to really do what church is meant to do, it's supposed to be
Mhm.
out there in that community, helping the people.
Yes.
And
Thank you.
see, I think a lot of people, and it's sad that it's like that on YouTube too. When you're holding your people, you
That's
can give information, but you can only give so much information.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And a lot of pastors, that's why I love my pastor. He just keeps going to school. He just
Mhm.
keeps
Yeah,
going.
that's important.
Because times are changing, things are changing,
Yes.
theology, everything is changing, and you have to be able to keep up with not only the older people, but the younger people. And then
Right.
when you have stuff like the person we have in office, those changes affect churches as well. So
Mm-hmm.
you have to know how to navigate all of that. It's more
Right.
than just coming in the pulpit and preaching on Sunday and laying hands on people. And it's deeper than that. You have to know what to do, as I tell people, Monday through Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's easy to come to church on Sunday
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
just, oh Lord, and you cry to
I tell people,
Michael Brooks. We used to go out.
right.
Mm-hmm.
We
You got to
used
go
to
out.
go out. Get
Yeah.
your Bibles. We about to go to this side of town. We about to we all of us as a ministry, we're about to meet up at the church. We about to go here. Like they do it at Greater, man. They do it at this is this is one of the things that upsets me about people also.
Don't get Sean upset.
Right.
Just because it's not on social media or you don't see it does not mean that these pastors are not in their city's outreach.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Everybody don't go and just take their cameras out when they're going out to minister or when they're going out to feed people or when they're going
A
out
lot
to
of them
do
won't.
this. They don't use I've
Mm-mm.
done so many things and I'll be like, oh man, I should have. But
Mm-mm.
when you're really doing it from your heart, your
Mm-hmm.
phone is the last thing you're thinking about.
Yeah.
Right.
If you see somebody, if you see, I told the story the other day. Everybody know what I'm going through. You know what I'm saying? And you have those days where you feel like, oh, I just wanna, oh, I just and I went to Dollar General and on the way out, it was this young man. You
Uh-huh.
got a couple dollars. And it hit me right there. Yeah, you're going through something, but this young man is
Yeah.
standing outside trying to find food.
Yeah.
This young man, you can look at him and tell he doesn't have a home. He
Mm,
laid somewhere, but he
mm,
doesn't have a home.
mm,
So I'm able, in my predicament, to give somebody else money.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And when I got in the car, I had to tell my mama, I said, I got to get, I had a moment. But
Yeah.
in me having that moment, God showed me right there, this could be you.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It
Thank
could be
God.
worse, but even in your situation, you
Mm-hmm.
are able to help someone else.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
not always about what that $5 that I gave him probably was like $50.
Yeah.
So
It could
we
be it could
can't
have been a lifesaver.
always exactly you can't say, oh God, what am I, oh Lord, this is and I got into my car. I
Yeah.
put my keys in, it started up.
Mm, come
I
on.
walked into my building. I put my key in my door. I walked
Mm-hmm.
in, I turned
Mm-hmm.
on the lights.
Come on.
When I went to wash my hands, the water was running.
Amen.
I have a refrigerator to put my food into.
Come on. You got food in there. Come on.
I
Mm-hmm.
gave away so many clothes, but I still look in my closet
Yeah.
and I still have summer, winter, spring, and fall clothes.
Come on now.
So even when you in that space, sometimes it's like, when they say there's someone else worse off than you.
Yeah, it's true. But we got to get back to what the church real intent is. And I think that needs to be taught. And I got some
Mm-hmm.
material together, and I'm going to be doing a show on that. Thank you again, Mami. Appreciate you, beautiful. And I'm going to be doing a show on that because I think we have somehow lost the path of what a church intent is. And we need to get back to understanding what it is. And I wanted to say this also when we talk about our lifestyle. Like even today, when I was on my video and I'm laughing and talking about this Dwight Howard situation, me and the girls, we can laugh, we can have fun, we can talk, and you could still be a believer in God. You can still be a
Yeah.
servant of God. You don't have to be
Mm-hmm.
still, your dress don't have to be down past your ankles. You don't have to do all that kind of stuff. You could still be a believer and do certain things that sometimes the church tries to hold you away from. But my thing that I would do, and I would tell myself this, and I still tell myself this, because some people they like I got to be holy on Sunday, and then they be
Come
everything
on.
else from Monday through Saturday. I
Hmm.
tell myself every day is Sunday in my life. There is
Come
no
I'm
Monday,
on.
holy every day.
Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. Every day is Sunday in
Mm-hmm.
my life.
Mm-hmm.
But see,
Every.
Pastor Regina,
Mm-hmm,
that's why I had asked you about your ministry because you bear much fruit. We
mm-hmm,
can see it
mm-hmm.
on your life,
Yeah.
so I can tell that you're safe.
Appreciate it.
You
Yeah.
feel me?
And you know what? And I appreciate that, Courtney. And here's the other thing with me, I'm relatable.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
See, you got to be relatable. See, you got when you learn the Bible, when Jesus went out and was talking to everybody,
Mm-hmm.
when Jesus was protecting the woman of the night, people be like, "Why are you near her? Why are you
Mm-hmm.
right there?" Listen, you have to be a relatable person. You have to be
That's right.
able to go amongst people, and you have to be able to communicate. And
Yes.
I'm this type of person. If God tell me, okay, you go, you go. But some people feel as though people are beneath them.
Mm.
And even some pastors, thank you, Holy Spirit. And I don't like this part about some
Mm.
pastors. Some pastors feel like I'm not going to go, but I'll send brother so and so.
Yep.
I cannot stand that.
Say they're
You know,
not called to do that.
but
I've heard
no,
that.
so no, I'm grateful. Hey, St. James, what up? The
You
bishop's in
say
the house.
The apostles in
right.
the
Oh hell, the
house.
apostle.
Oh hell, the
God
apostle.
bless our leader.
God
God
bless
bless
our
our
leader.
leader. We have, you know what? I'm gonna say this, shameless plug. I love St. James.
I
Yes.
I,
love him. Oh my God,
Yes.
I love Chris. I love him. I love him. I love him.
I
Mm-hmm.
Chris,
don't
Chris, Chris,
know
Chris.
how, like this, like he is. Never mind.
Yes.
We love you.
We
Yes.
Keep doing what you
Absolutely.
doing. I
prelate,
know you don't
Jacqueline.
need us to
Prelate.
tell you
That's right.
that,
Prelate.
but do you keep going.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have inspired a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
You have given people the courage
Yeah.
when you are seemingly wrong, you come
Mm-hmm.
back and apologize like a grown
So
man,
humble.
although you didn't have to.
Yes.
Because
That's
I
another
wouldn't have.
story.
I wouldn't have.
Come
I would
on.
But but that's what I'm saying.
liar.
You
That's what I would have.
okay, the lies, the lies, the
Liar.
lies. But
He handled that thing.
you
St. James handled
you
that thing.
Yeah. With
listen, there are
class.
some times when
Class.
I'd be like, oh, I'm about to, and I'd be like, where was St. James?
Hmm.
We need to get a
And I
Yes.
break.
see his
What would
face.
St.
St.
James do?
James do.
I
Yes.
see that face, and I'd be like, okay. But it's good to have people that in your social media, be it your
Mm-hmm.
entertainment space or whatever, that you
Yeah.
can actually have some place to. And this is no shade to
Yes.
nobody else's channel. I don't, because I don't
No.
want folks to be
No.
like, well, I like everybody that I
Yeah.
watch. I like you. If I didn't like your content, I wouldn't watch you.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't know you. I know
Mm-hmm.
St. James.
Mm-hmm.
And when
Mm-hmm.
I met him in person, I was like, this is really who
Mm-hmm.
in the morning you can't really be nobody different because you just got up. And
Right.
we
Mm-hmm.
was up early. And
Mm-hmm.
each day it was still the same person. If he don't know, he'd be like, I
Mm-hmm.
don't
Right.
know. If he be like, I ain't fooling with it, he ain't fooling with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
just a certain type of way as a content creator
Yeah.
to, just like in any
You need.
other space,
Mm-hmm.
you need someone to follow. I don't care where you at.
Mm-hmm.
If when I'm on it, when I was working, I didn't become real good Judies with my peers.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I watched because I'm trying to go higher, so I'm watching the ones who are higher.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
I just want to thank St. James for giving me that
Yes.
extra
Yes.
to go ahead
No.
and he is no, just go ahead, just
Mm-hmm.
do. And he's not a if it's wrong, he gonna be like, I
Yeah.
think you should kind of
Yeah.
stay away from that. If it's right, he like,
Right.
yeah,
Right.
that's,
He'll tell you
and
the
I
truth.
like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's a cool dude.
He's not
Mm-hmm.
Everybody love us some
greedy.
St. James.
He's
Yes.
not
Mm-hmm. Cool
greedy.
dude.
He's not trying to take
Yes.
social media and don't go over there.
Mm-mm.
Child, St. James, you got to turn your notifications on for the
Period.
apostle.
Yes.
or you
I was over
won't
there
know
today.
when he coming.
I was over there
So
today with my guy. Yes,
yeah,
Mhm.
when
he
I was
is
like, oh my
awesome.
God, he been on 20 minutes or like, but
He
I
he's another
appreciate you.
one. He's
Mm-hmm.
another one that bears fruit
Yes,
as well.
he's a good
And
dude.
yes, and he definitely leads by example. I know when I
Absolutely.
was just a subby, just in the chats
Mm-hmm.
and experiencing certain things, I just watched how he reacted to things, and that helped me to navigate this space. So he's another one,
Mm-hmm.
just an
Mm-hmm.
outstanding, amazing guy.
He is. We
And
love
St.
you,
James, I got my
SJ.
jam jar in the kitchen, St. James. I got my jam jar.
See, listen, he had me cooking stuff. I woke up one day, I said, oh, I want some oxtails. He not gonna make them oxtails look like that. And the next day I went and put me some nice oxtails in my crock pot. And it was his fault.
That's that's right, organically. Jesse said,
That's
I
right,
don't
Jesse.
apologize for
apologize for nothing.
nothing.
Wouldn't, and I'm still waiting for his apology. I'ma keep saying it.
Woo.
While y'all talking about all this other stuff, folks be so quick
Mm,
to he apologized. Now apologize to him.
child, he need to go on a whole apology tour for St. James, honey. I was
Okay.
Mm.
like, oh my God.
But we
But
digress.
it was,
We
yes.
just want to tell
Mhm.
you that we love you and appreciate you. We do. Um, so I saw this it was 313 weekend here in Detroit.
Mhm.
313.
Mhm.
Woo woo. What up, though?
Mhm.
And I saw one of our great comedians, and she said something that it wasn't funny. It was
Uh-oh.
actually,
Oh, what?
I actually said, hmm. So let's listen to what she has to say.
This better not be Monique.
You know what's funny to me, and I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Listen, we'll eat tuna and have a bad experience or something went on. We're like, oh no, I ate tuna when I was 5 years old. And I'm 50 and I haven't eaten tuna since because it made my stomach hurt or it did this or I don't eat eggs because I cracked the egg one time and it had that little blood spot in it. I will never ever ever eat an egg again. Now it's funny we'll say that about food, but we'll deal with a person that's hurt us, betrayed us, lied to us, stolen from us, and everything. And we'll keep going back over and over. And we'll do it for 10, 15 years. We won't eat another egg. We won't eat another tuna. We won't eat whatever that was that upset our stomach. But we'll continue in a toxic relationship that's breaking us down from the inside out. Yeah, I said what I said. Y'all walk with that one.
Walk with
Whoever want to go.
it. Walk with it then. My
Girl,
God.
girl, all the subliminals with the tuna and the egg with the blood in it, girl. Come on now. I'm 59. I know what you was talking about. You need to stop. I'm just saying,
Wait, what she was talking about?
girl. My interpretation. I don't know if it's hers, but it's
Okay.
my
No,
interpretation.
no, 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 no. No, she was just saying how.
Oh, different analogy, girl. Different analogy.
Yeah, but
Okay.
it's true. People didn't crack the egg. Well, I seen her. I ain't never eaten eggs. I ain't ate eggs since I was 10. But you been messing with the same Negro.
But you,
I got
girl,
that part, but I want to know. Okay,
sister
Pastor Jenny,
girl,
you must
stop.
can't
You
talk
talking
about it
about the
on them
tuna
things.
salad? Come on now. Okay,
Okay.
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 No,
Jesse
I
with
don't
me.
think she was
Jesse with
doing
me.
it.
Thank you, Jesse. Jesse with me. Mm-hmm. Jesse with me. Jesse, I'm just saying the
I think
Well,
I
subliminal.
get it,
I
but
didn't go that way. I
Why she
was
just
taking it.
say, a piece of toast, avocado? Okay, I mean, let me just stop.
Okay, maybe she
I'm,
used the
I'm that
wrong
I'm that kind of
foods.
I'm that kind of one. Listen, thank
She
you.
used the wrong foods. Okay,
Wrong
I
food.
get you. I
Just
get
like the
you.
plumber. Just like the plumber
okay.
Oh,
comment. Wrong,
okay.
wrong analogy. Wrong.
Is it
Okay.
our brain? Is it our minds, or is it just the people? Because I don't
Cause
know. Sometimes
cause
we just
if she was saying something subliminally, that thing,
I'm gonna have
baby,
to.
I'm tired.
I text you, Courtney. I text you.
Okay.
We
Yes.
we, we
But I
know
think I have an idea.
I know where Regina
But
coming
I
from,
didn't think about
but
that straight away. I
I
thought
did
No,
it
no,
about,
no,
straight
no,
away.
no, no. I don't think
yeah,
she
I
I
was
did
didn't.
it
saying
straight
it.
away.
But then too,
Okay.
she's a
But
comedian,
I do
so
understand what she's talking about, how we stay in toxic relationships. I just where she
Yeah.
get the tuna in the egg from with the blood in the egg. Oh my god. Oh my god.
well now I had a piece of
Oh.
I can't even remember what kind of fish it was.
Child, my
Mhm.
husband gonna talk to me after I finish this one. I know he won't. He going. I'm gonna have to go into a meeting with my producer husband after I finish
Uh-oh.
I
this one.
love it.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I
Uh-oh.
know he probably in the comment section probably be like, reel it back, Regina, reel it back now.
No, but okay, well, I'm gonna look at it again. But what I was getting from it is
CC
we'll
said
take
Joshua was thinking that. Thank you, CC.
okay,
Okay.
see,
Okay.
I was maybe I was in another headspace. I didn't. I
Yeah.
didn't. But it makes sense. We'll take well, I opened this Diet Pepsi and it was flat. I ain't drinking Diet Pepsi no more. But
Right,
then
Mhm.
you'll
right.
go with the same person that then slapped you upside the head 9, 10 times
Yep.
or mistreated you. It don't even have to be physically. They've just mistreated you. They've dogged you. They've cheated on you. They've done all of the things, and
Toxic.
you
Yeah.
keep taking them back.
Mhm.
But
And why? Why?
if we go to Macy's, God forbid we go to Saks and
We get
the
treated
lady
wrong.
didn't come to us quick enough. I ain't going to
You
Saks
out.
no more. You're calling the Saks boycott and everything.
But
But the
now
person
let's
who
be
took
honest
you to
about that
Saks,
though.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be honest about this.
come on.
So oftentimes when you're in a toxic situation, right, or
Mm-hmm.
relationship, there is some level of emotional attachment there. And that's why you keep going back. We don't have an emotional attachment to tuna salad or eggs.
I got an
Well,
emotional attachment to chocolate cake. Chocolate cake have
I
an
have an
emotional
emotional
affair, and
connection to trail
I'm trying
mix.
to divorce it.
I
I
don't.
am. It's deep, man.
Yeah,
Pastor
me and
Regina
trail
A piece
mix.
of
is
chocolate
I've
cake.
been.
the
I've been trying to get this divorce for like 30,
hold on.
40
Have
something
you
years.
had that chocolate cake from Cheesecake Factory?
Oh, girl, any chocolate cake, the lava cake, any. I'm trying to. We having serious affairs over
We
here, and
got
I'm
a
trying to
serious problem here, huh?
serious. But
Oh
go
my
ahead, go ahead,
God.
go ahead. I know.
But you get what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
let's be for real here. A lot of times people go back to toxic situations because there is a, an unhealthy
yeah.
connection to that person.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
I always got to be the one to
got
be
the
in
blinker
the
on.
middle.
Got the
You
blinker
know, I
on. Go ahead.
Okay.
got my
Go
blinker
ahead.
on. I'm going to the middle. But oh, I don't want to say no names. But what about those women who are in the one-sided relationships?
What you mean?
Those are
She loves
toxic too.
but again, when you say
Okay.
emotional attachment,
Hmm.
a person can be emotionally attracted to that person and they have no interest in you.
Hmm. Hmm.
So sometimes the way that they are treating you is based on their feelings for you.
Yes.
For instance, the young lady who they had on what was that on TikTok, and she told the man before she proposed to him, I know what you said, I know how you feel, but
Please
I
don't make
just
me
feel
vomit in my
like
mouth.
we should be
Oh my.
together. Will you marry me? And
Mm-hmm.
he was like,
But let's be
no.
for real, because 9 times out of 10, even though I think that was a skit, and I pray it was a skit, but even so, that man was
Yes.
having sex with that woman.
Yeah.
Let's be for real.
But who okay, but we all know
So come
in
on,
that instance who catches the feelings first. We don't have
that's fine.
we don't just have we
Right,
have emotional
right,
relations.
for sure. But that's the
Men
point that
just
I'm trying to
have
make. Yes. So
relations.
even though it was one sided, there was an exchange. You
It's still
see,
an emotion.
there's in a toxic situation, there's always an exchange unless you have a mental break. If there is no exchange, you see what I'm saying? But in
Yeah.
most toxic situations, there has been an exchange.
There's
And
some
I
type
don't
of
care. And let me say this, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if there's this thing going on now What men say, well, I told her up front. I said this, but then your actions do something
Action
different.
said something
Yeah.
different.
Well,
Yep.
I told, just so that they can say, well, I told you to begin with what it was and what
Mm,
it
Yeah,
wasn't.
mm.
then you wind down in 60. Oh, never mind. Wait.
So come on now. There's
You
still
do the
two
things
parties
of the
involved in the
things.
toxic foolishness,
Yeah.
but men just like to say, well, I told you so when things go awry. So to make you look crazy.
I don't even understand why women even venture into a relationship when a man starts off by saying this is what it is, and you know that's not
Mm.
what you're going to want to be. Why? I don't.
Folks be trying to change folks' minds.
I have a
Mm.
problem with women being so insecure that you would take a low down, dirty man that would just tell you to your face, this what it's gonna be
Mm.
about. I just want to take some of them women and just shake them. Be like, what is going on with you? Is he the only man on the block?
Mm.
Is he the only one? Girl, go to China and find you another man. If there ain't no more in America, go to another country. Go to China, go over there to Dubai, go listen, go to Israel, even though they bombing over there. Go find you a man somewhere else. I just don't understand it.
But I think there's a couple of things at play, and please feel free to correct me. I
mm,
think one thing that's at play, and Sean said this, is oftentimes, sometimes women think that they can change a man's mind. That's
mm,
number one. And then number two, oftentimes we really are drawn to and love the thing that doesn't desire us back. And I
oh,
don't
that's a
quite
good one.
understand what
Oh,
that is about, but it
oh, that
happens
rich
more
girl.
often than not.
It
That
does.
wow.
Hmm.
Jesse say they don't want to be alone.
It.
I don't even think that's the case. I think
And
it's
some
a
it is.
mind thing. I think it's a matter of, oh, this person doesn't want me, and something innate in us just causes us to pursue to get. Like it's very interesting, and I wish I had the answer to that,
Yeah.
but that happens more often than not, that we're drawn to or attracted to someone that does not want us back, and
I
I don't
say
know what
this.
that is.
I say this with my second marriage. I ventured into that marriage way too soon. It was not too long after I got my well, it was a few years after I got my divorce. And I ventured into that and I went into that relationship with very low self-esteem because I had been
Mm,
broken from the first marriage. I had been broken so much that I felt as though I was not worthy. I couldn't even see the ceiling.
Mm,
And, I went into that relationship knowing first he's not my type, he's not this, whatever. He and I are best friends. He's probably watching right now. He knows I love him. He's my son's father, and we besties, we good friends.
mhm,
But I went into that broken, and I went to it and basically, thank you, Holy Spirit, I settled. Thank you, Jesse. There goes the word right there. I settled. And in that, I created a toxicity for myself because I accepted a yes when it should have been a no. I
mm,
should have said
mm,
no, but I accepted a yes. And what had me to stay in that for so long was I did not know my worth. I did not know my value, and I tolerated a lot of things.
yeah.
And it wasn't until I finally broke free of that, and the breaking free part was I'm done. I'm not putting up. And so until a woman gets to her done point,
Um,
and then be like I did, I left, and there was a lot of people that were like, you leaving, you going out here, you got 2 kids, you're gonna be on your own, how you gonna do it? And
mhm,
I had to trust the process of me
mhm,
going from here to going over there, because a lot of
mhm.
women, they get caught in the turnaround.
Yes,
They leave, but then they turn around because the fear,
yes.
it gets real
yep.
dark before it get light,
Come on,
you know.
Say that.
And so
listen.
have a hard time with that dark period. But what I had to do, and my determination was, I'm pressing through this dark, and I am getting,
Come on.
and my thing was, I'd rather be in the dark alone
Yes.
than to be in the light
With somebody.
with
Was
somebody that
somebody
I knew.
wrong? Come on.
So I had to learn how to push and press, and then when I did that, I had to rebuild myself.
Yes.
Like I was on a
Yes.
manufacturing plant. That's the way I felt. I had to pick up
Mhm.
pieces that
Mhm.
was torn away from me, stomped on, trashed, broken,
Mhm.
discarded, burned. I had to pick it up and find new pieces to replace that. Like when you go
Mm.
to a
Mm.
car dealership
Mhm.
and you got a broken part in your car, you can't like for instance, I crashed my BMW. Deer ran into me, right?
Mm.
And my insurance company said, okay, they told the builder place, who was this place, the mechanic, they said,
Mhm.
okay, fix her car. And what the mechanic shop did was the mechanic shop put one of the headlights, they put a refurbished headlight on the
Mm.
car. And it was like kind of dim light. And
Mhm.
they sent all this stuff to my insurance, and my insurance sent it back and they rejected it. They said, you
Mhm.
must put all brand new pieces on the vehicle.
Mhm.
You cannot put a refurbished piece on there.
That's right.
And
Whoa.
the mechanic said, well, it's going to cost a lot more money. And the insurance said, we will pay it.
Come on.
We will pay it. And then they said, we do not put refurbished parts on our vehicles. And that
Mm.
taught me something because here's what we do. Come on, Holy Spirit and Jesus.
Yes.
Here's what we do. We take refurbished parts and reincorporate them into our own lives. And we think just because they fit that they fit us. But no, we need
Oh
to
my
be just
God.
like my insurance company. I'm not accepting nothing refurbished. I need all brand new. I'm not picking up that burnt piece, that dirty piece, that piece that you don't stomped on and put it back in here. No, you keep that. I'm too valuable for refurbished. I need brand new. And so I had to do that for myself. If we can do it for a vehicle,
Woo.
why we not
Woo.
Listen,
for ourselves? So I picked up my broken. I listen. You keep that broken heart. I don't need it no more. I got a new one.
Mm.
You keep that broken self-esteem. I don't need that. I got a new one, and it's better. And let me tell you,
Mm.
that light when they put that new light on there, that thing shines
Shine
so
like me.
good. It was
Mhm.
it was bright. It was shiny, and it was listen. My insurance company said I don't care if it's $6,000 for one headlight.
Yes.
Put it on there.
The car is worth it.
Listen, the car is worth it. And not
it
only is
is.
the car worth it, the driver, they were like, she's too good of a client of ours.
Come
And that's
on.
what God is telling you, you are too good of a child of mine to settle for something trash or something that somebody else done used, somebody else done stomped on, somebody else done discarded, and now gonna try and pick up that used nasty piece and put it back on you. You are too valuable. So you need to see yourself like my insurance company saw me.
Mm.
She too valuable for trash. You give her brand new, and we don't care what the price is. They didn't care. That whole thing was about
Mm.
$23,000 to fix the front where the deer came, and the insurance company said we happily pay it.
Mm.
That's how we need to look at ourselves. We so busy out here, women. We out here picking up trash, discarded pieces. A woman
Ooh.
done broke, done left something, and you gonna pick it up and put it on yourself. No, I will not.
And then wonder why.
And you allowing these men to give you their leftover. You allowing these men to give you what another woman had. You allowing that, and you accepting it like it's brand new, knowing it's used and discarded. It ain't no good. I will not. I will not. But I take the good and new piece that I know is valuable enough for my life. And they said, and God will tell you, don't put a price on it. Just put it on there.
Mm.
Okay, I'm finished with my sermon. Thank y'all.
I want to throw this mic so bad across the room.
Where is offering?
Powerful.
Where's the ushers?
Powerful.
Yeah.
Where
You
are
got
the
to see
ushers?
value in yourself. And that's why I tell these women, you got to see value. Don't allow these men to put their old trash on you. Don't do that. Don't allow these men to put their old trash. That's another woman's trash. You ain't putting that on me. I ain't doing that. Mm-mm. And
Ooh.
then thank God they fixed the vehicle, looking brand new, looking real good and everything. And a couple of months later, God said, go in there and get an oil change. Took it in to get an oil change. And the man said, all your warranties have expired. You got to pay cash. And I was sitting there saying, I got to pay $300 for an oil change. Now, let me tell you how
Come
God does
on.
it. I was like, oh, Lord, now what I'm going to do? God said, buy a new one, brand new one, rolled out of there with a 2025. God don't play
Don't
with
make
it.
me yell.
God don't
Please
play
don't make me
with it.
scream.
And if he could do that with material things, come on now. How much more valuable are you? And so when I left that marriage broken, discarded, broken pieces, God told me, don't pick them up. Keep going forward through the dark. I am going to equip you with new. You don't that all that stuff is old. Let him have all that.
Mm.
Take this new and go with this new. So when you women learn how to rebuild yourself from new stuff, you'll be just like me. You'll be like, okay, we good. And the child, and out of the darkness came a brand new husband that loved me. 23 years of marriage. That man pours into me like all of them would never pour into me. So don't be afraid of the dark. Keep going to the light because
Ooh.
going to open up and there he is. Okay, I'm done. I'm done that time. I'm done. I'm done that time. I'm done. I can't take when these women don't know the value of themselves. I can't do it.
And and people don't like when I say it, but I spoke with someone today and it confirmed it.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's in how we were raised.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we look for the love that we did not receive when we were younger.
Mm-hmm.
And that very person could be the one just from that love. You're getting that love part,
Is it
but
love?
everything else, you feel like it's love because it's something that you're not familiar with.
And that's
But
why we have to teach
the
what
the
is love.
the abuse, be it physical, mental, verbal, all none of that is love.
Mm-mm.
But we'll take because they in the good times they treat me like this. So I know this is for me. And
Mm-mm.
I
Maya
Uh-oh.
Angelou is right. Mm-mm. There you go, Sean. Is she back? Good. Maya Angelou is right. She said, when people show you who they are, you got to
Believe
believe
him.
them.
Mhm.
Believe them. When a man raises his hand the first time, that should be his last time. Let
Mhm.
him raise his hand to somebody else. I had to learn that. Even with my first marriage, I had to learn. He raised his hand one time and I stayed. Truth be told,
Mhm.
y'all know, those of you that's on my channel, y'all know. And I went
Mhm.
through that physical abuse. I went through that verbal abuse.
Mhm.
And I stayed when I should have left because I was devaluing myself. But let me
Mhm.
tell you, honey, ladies, when you get your voice, when you know who you are, when you know who you can become, honey, you don't hear the voices from the outside no more. You don't hear that
Mhm.
mess. Go ahead, Sean. You back.
the devil, I ain't gonna even call it the devil. The wind out here is going crazy. So I'm gonna stop. I gotta stop doing it because we as church folks, we quick to be like the devil. The wind is
Right,
blowing.
Jesse. Jesse say, I don't shop at thrift stores. Come on, Jesse.
Mhm.
Okay.
You ain't shopping at no thrift store.
Wow. So powerful.
This is what came to me, and Pastor Regina, you here? Thank you, and you can kind of help me.
Okay.
A lot of people disguise or say that things are this is God. God sent this. God blessed me with this. But then the thing that you say God bless you with, you're in the uproar. Everything is just going wrong. That everything that can go wrong will.
Hmm.
And I was getting out the shower the other day, and I said to myself, I said, Lucifer and Jesus was best friends, and most best friends know how each other move. So sometimes we can think it's a blessing from God, but it can also be a dressed up mess from the devil.
Now, when you say
Because the
Lucifer and Jesus were best friends, where's that?
Right.
What is that?
No, I'm saying not Lucifer. They always say that the devil and
Oh,
Jesus
it's a saying. Okay. Okay.
was best
Oh,
friends.
Okay. Go ahead. Okay.
what does that
So
mean?
They know each other well.
they know each
Okay.
other well.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's just
Gotcha.
like my best friend, she knows me.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
And if she goes somewhere, she can probably answer for me. She can
Yeah.
probably tell the person what to woo,
Mm-mm.
woo. But she has my best interest at heart. Now I have another friend that calls me their best friend. I don't
Mm-hmm.
really fool with.
Ooh.
I
Like I
cannot.
fool with you with the long handled spoon because have we been friends for a long time? Absolutely, but I know your mess.
Ooh.
Okay. But she
So,
calls you best friend.
but she calls me best friend. Now, because she
Okay.
does know certain things about me,
Right, right.
Mhm.
the same people can ask her, she can answer some of it. But my
Okay.
best friend would be like, no, no, she ain't did that.
Mhm.
So when I think of it like that, I'm like, okay, well, if these two people were supposed to be, as the church called them, best friends, and he kicked them out and he went to hell and Jesus went to heaven, okay, that's the story that the people give.
Okay.
This is his, he knows, just like Jesus knows. He knows your wants, what you desire, what you feel, what you, and he plays on that also. Everything is not always God.
You know what? And I have to say it this way. Um, Even with me, with my previous marriage, I said, okay, this was a God sent. God sent it. And I do believe God did send him to me. Oh, come on, Holy Spirit. I
Come
Mhm.
on,
believe
come
God
on.
sent him to me. God sent him to me to prepare me. And this is my testimony. Y'all don't have to believe it or anything. Y'all can say, have your, he sent him to me to prepare me for the one I got now. And
Mm.
I'm saying that because sometimes we
I
got to
get it.
go through hard lessons
Mhm.
so that when you get the jewel, you know how to keep it
Yes.
shiny. You won't allow it
Yes.
to get dirty.
Come
See,
on.
I keep my husband shiny. I don't allow my husband to get dirty.
I'm not.
You know,
Shine them.
I keep them
Yes.
shiny. And see, I didn't do that with my previous marriages. I didn't
Okay.
care if they had a little dirt. I didn't care if they had a little scuff. I didn't care about that stuff. I didn't even care that
Mm.
I wasn't shiny. But when
Mm.
I see, sometimes you go through
Mm.
some things with people, and that's
That's
why
so
church
good.
people got to understand. Yes, my first husband, I believe, yes, God did send. I did it. Where either it was a choice, and God said, "I'm gonna go ahead and let you do this," but that's not where you staying. You
Okay.
know. But
Mhm.
some things we go through and something God will give us to help
Yes.
us and to teach us, to prepare us for what is coming. That's why I tell
That's
people, when you're
good.
going through financial difficulties, don't get mad. Don't think that it's the devil. It's probably God preparing you to know how to handle and take care and better take care of something else that you about to get.
Yes.
But I'm
Mhm.
grateful that God had me to meet my first husband when I did. I'm grateful God had me to have be my second and he my second we best friend. I'm grateful for that because those two gentlemen, hey God,
Mhm.
taught me how to keep this
Mhm.
one shiny.
That's good. That's
So
so good.
I'm grateful.
That is
That's my
so good.
testimony. So everybody else can have their own thought and
Yes.
testimony of. And I do believe God will give you things for a season.
Mm.
Everything ain't, thank you, Holy Spirit. Everything is not to be held on to. And that's the problem. Some people probably in friendship relationships right now and they trying to hold on to them. What did Jesus tell Judas? Go, do what you need to do and do it quickly.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't tell Judas stay right here with me.
Mm.
He told him to go. You always trying to hold on to a friendship or relationship or something like that. And when is your go season?
Mm.
When is it season for you to tell some of these relationships go? Because Jesus knew I can't keep you around anyway. Because one, you can't be trusted. I already saw what you was doing. So some of these relationships are broken because people haven't learned the go method. Jesus told Judas, go. He didn't tell Judas to stay.
Thank you, Jesus.
Okay.
Whew. It's just in
Mm.
you. It's just in you. That's that fruit that Courtney was talking about earlier. It- it's just there. I appreciate it though. But
And
that
your
Yeah.
fruit is good too.
we need this
Yeah.
because this is why this platform and Sundays, I don't care how
Yeah.
I
It's important.
feel. I sometimes y'all just don't know. I be looking at the clock like, oh, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. But these conversations are
Hmm.
Necessary.
so important because yes, there are females, there are women that have platforms, but some of the conversations is steered away from because it's like, well, I don't want, we don't care.
Yeah.
We're
It's all right.
speaking from the woman's point of view.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We
Mm.
really have there are certain things. Some people be like, I wasn't gonna say that, but you was thinking it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
We gonna think it and say it.
that's what we're gonna do. You know,
That's what we gonna do.
we need to start helping to heal broken pieces because y'all, there's a lot of broken people in the church right now also
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
are suffering through not wanting to get a divorce. They're suffering and staying in relationships. They are suffering because they have gone through a divorce and they don't know how to recoup their lives. And so we have to learn how to teach. I even went through that when I went through my divorce. You know, I'm still, and I've always been in the church, never left the church. And when I went through my divorce, I felt such a separation from the people. I felt as though I was separated from God. And that was part of my broken period also. I felt like I couldn't recoup my life, you
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm.
after that because that was a church thing. But when I found someone that tell me your life is not lost because you had a divorce, I was able to grow. And so the church has to teach people how to grow again
Mm-hmm.
instead of trying to stunt our growth because of something that, you know, we've gone through. And if
Mm-hmm.
we can teach people how to grow again, we could help them, you know, rebuild. But we got to stop stunting this stuff. I've even had pastors and people, you know, oh, you know, how can you help? You've gone through divorce. Well, I can help you because let me tell you, if somebody comes to you and needs to know what do they need to know, they've gone through a divorce. Well, pastor, you can't tell them you've never had a divorce.
Come on.
You can't tell them. How you gonna help them? You gonna tell them? I had one pastor came to me and he said, "I'm going to talk to all the couples that are going through divorce or dealing with divorce. I'm going to talk to them because I've been married all my life to my wife, and we're good." And I told him, I said, "Okay." So he had a conversation with a divorced couple. He came to me one day and he said, "I can't do it because I don't understand what they're going through." And I said, "Well,
That's
this is
right.
why you can't be holding bound people that have gone through divorce and acting like they don't have a ministry.
Come on.
Mm-hmm.
They cover everywhere. You the best experience is learned experience.
That's
That's
right.
right. That's
You know,
right.
so stop acting like people can't do something because they've gone through something that you haven't gone through.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
that's
God
good.
has
And that goes for
everybody.
friendships and relationships.
Exactly.
Mm.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mm.
Hmm.
So let's see. Let's see, because we'll be there for a minute. Let's move to we
That
gonna
segment was
hit
so good, though.
this. It
Thank you.
was. I
Thank
love
you,
it.
Pastor Regina.
Y'all are amazing. I love it.
Thank you.
Thank you,
We gonna
Sean, for the platform. We love it.
we
Yes.
gonna
What we
hit
talk about
this
next,
one.
girl?
We gonna
We gonna
hit
mix
this one
and
and
everything.
quit it real quick. And
Okay.
then we gonna go to our main one.
Okay.
We gonna be like we are at the funeral. 3 minutes.
Okay.
If we can.
They
Um,
give you 2 minutes. Shoot.
I'm gonna just pass mine over to Courtney. I'm gonna just
No,
tell
you
y'all this
ain't.
already. I'm gonna
No,
just
you
pass
ain't.
my
I
time over to
promise you.
Courtney.
I know you ain't. Here we go. No, you ain't.
Oh Lord,
Oh.
No, you ain't.
Courtney, you got mine, girl. You got mine. I
No, you
always do in
ain't.
my videos. You got mine, Courtney. Go ahead, girl. I'm gonna just mute.
Are you going to play a video or?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
okay.
Mm-mm.
You ready for me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Courtney,
I'm
you
going to
got
say
this.
this. Okay. I'm going to say this. Dr. Jamal Bryant, I'm going to start off by saying he has apologized
Yes, yes.
for any misconception.
Mhm.
Okay. However, I'm going to say this: there is no knock against the woman or women who started this movement.
Right.
No knock against them of any kind. But we must understand that teamwork will make the dream work. So here's the thing: we leverage whoever has the most exposure.
Mm.
This would have profited nothing had someone with a platform that was influential had they not stepped in. This is just my opinion. You
Tell him,
can kill
girl.
me in the comments.
Don't do it.
So let's be clear here. Now, you may would have gotten the job done, but it would have taken you 40 years
Ooh.
around the mountain when we can leverage this person, that person,
Right.
and the next person, and we
Mm,
can get it done faster. We
mm,
can get there faster.
mhm,
So to that end, he apologized because he called an end to a fast,
mhm.
not necessarily this movement. And I think that we are so caught up in semantics and all these things. And then, too, I think there's another delegation of people that just love to, they're on the hate Jamal
Yeah.
Bryant bandwagon. And
They
we must stop as a people.
I think
We,
that's really what
we
it is.
rally around him. We should, thank you, Kanique. We should rally around him. We
mhm.
should push him because he's the one that invested the money for marketing. Come on. This is not
For
free
the fast. Mhm.
for the fast.
Yeah.
He invested. He did things. He was able to get in rooms that some people are not able to get into and to speak as best as he can on behalf of a people because he had the ability to do so.
Everybody got their sector. Mm,
So
Mm-hmm.
why not rally around him and let's leverage that because we got something accomplished.
Yeah.
Something was accomplished.
mm.
To my knowledge and understanding, and anybody can correct me, Jamal didn't get no payday.
I don't think he did.
You
He
said he
didn't
did.
get no kickback. Be for real. This
I don't
man's
think.
life is on the line. This is what people do not understand behind the scenes. People say anything without knowledge of what's really going on or the facts.
Mhm.
And the facts are we have not seen him get any kind of kickback. Me personally, I don't think that he would. So there is that. And what you all do not understand is because he has taken on this and other things to help better our community or push our community forward, that his and his wife life is on the line every day.
Mhm.
So y'all really don't know the struggle.
Mhm.
Jamal is, I know we call him cloud chase or whatever we say, he loved to be seen and all this stuff like that, and that's cute. But when it comes down to these things, I don't think that's the case. And that's all I
Go ahead, girl. I love it. I think with Jamal, the thing that happened with, and y'all, no disrespect, I don't. Sometimes I say pass, sometimes I don't. But
have.
Jamal's one of those type of people. I feel like we can invite him to the picnic. We'd be.
Yes.
But Pastor Jamal, for those of you that might be offended, here's the thing that I think where he erred, and he even said this on his Let's Be Clear podcast. He failed to properly inform all
Mhm.
parties
Okay.
that he was finally ending his part. Now, remember, those of you, if you watch my channel when I did the video on this, Pastor Jamal Bryant was brought into this to build and bring into the target boycott
Mhm.
the church, okay? And what his mission was to be, he was only going to do this for 40 days. This was around Lent season. He was incorporating it into Lent. So it was only supposed to be 40 days. Now, that was the first error Jamal did. He let it go longer than the 40 days.
Yep.
Mm.
The reason why I believe he let it go longer than the 40 days is because I believe, and this is my thought, my opinion, may not be Jamal's facts. He believed that what he had in his mind to get done was going to get done in 40 days, and it didn't occur.
Okay.
And
Mhm.
so when it did not occur, what Jamal did, he pressed the time further, and he should not have done that. My thought.
Okay.
Because if you went into saying, I'm going to do this for 40 days for Lent, you should have left it at that. And then all the people that were involved, the leadership would have known Jamal is out on the 41st day. He's out. But
Mhm.
Jamal kept and he stayed in. And when
Mhm.
he stayed in, he kept pushing, kept pushing, kept pushing, and never gave them an ending date. So when he continued, the thought process of all the others may have been, he's just going to stay with us to the end. That
Okay.
wasn't properly communicated. So when he finally decided after the press conference, I'm out, he made the error of not communicating it with the two ladies that joined him before they had this meeting. He
Mm.
said after the meeting, I'm out, I'm done. That was an error because those two women were not done. So it was not proper communication. And also Nikema, Jaylani, and what was the other lady? Monique. They also were not aware that this was all taking place. All parties, Nina, Tamika, Jamal, and the other three, the main three, they were not in proper communication. Now, I learned something when I watched Roland Martin's video. Roland
Mhm.
said that there was a disconnect with all of these six individuals back in April of 2025.
Mhm.
We had no knowledge of that.
Mhm.
We all had
Mm-hmm.
no knowledge. Nikema let us all know that part. She said she, was done with them, but they all continue to do, and Jamal knows, and Pastor Jamal is aware that he also erred in not informing us that
Mhm.
he was bringing in that Nikema had headed this up. It
Mhm.
wasn't a lot of mention, and Nikema's also upset with Pastor Jamal because when he put the Target Fast in operation, Nikema had three things they wanted Target to do, but Jamal only put two on his website. That was
Mm.
also an error that Pastor Jamal should not have done. He should have stayed with the full three because
Mhm.
that was the third part was part of the boycott also, which a lot of us were not aware of. And that was Nikema want Mahdi Ali released because she says he was wrongfully arrested and Target security team played a part in him being convicted. And a lot of people are not aware of that. And that third part is a major part. Magdi Ali's arrest is a major part of why Nakima was doing this boycott. And we the public were not properly informed. Those of us who are following Pastor Jamal, we weren't properly informed. So
Mhm.
it was a lot of errors that were done. And Pastor Jamal could have done a better job of informing us who Nakima is and that she was a major part of this, as well as Jaylani and as well as Monique. He could have properly informed us. And he said he erred in that. But here's the part where people are looking at because he did not properly inform us. Now they're looking at you wanted all the clout yourself. And it just makes him look terrible in that light. So I think at that point when he went and he did that meeting and he was like, I'm out, he's probably thinking, look, they gave us two of the things that we wanted. They're not going to do the third one. So we're good with the two. I'm just done with all of this. That was his thing. And he probably think that he won't get the third thing and he probably won't. But they should have had this communication with all six parties before the three of them went and had that press conference. And I think, because it was not properly handled, that's why all of this is blowing up now. It's a great learning lesson for a lot of people when you incorporate and have other people to be in a place. Make the public more aware because that public opinion can crucify individuals. And Courtney said, they're getting all these threats and all this kind of stuff. Nobody wants that. And we have to remember, you guys, we are all still Black culture, still on this thing. All six individuals are Black.
Mhm.
Nikema should not be fussing and fighting. I know she hurt, but you have to calm yourself down because she is still a leader and
Mhm.
her followers will take her anger
Mhm.
that it's okay for them to do things or say
Come
things
on.
to people that she's opposing. So as a leader, you have to check yourself because even though you say I got a right to be angry, I got a right to do this, I'm an American citizen, I can do what I want. If you are a leader, you got to think about the ones that's following you because you may not throw the rock, but they will.
Mhm. Yes, they will.
So
And
you
not
I
only the
promise you
people,
they will.
yeah,
not only the people that are following her in this, whoever you are still wanting to go and get whatever from, if
yeah,
they see that you are this hostile individual in this type of
They're
state,
not gonna want to work with
you're
you.
going to mess yourself up from going into the rooms that Jamal, the doors that he probably opened for you to go in. When you go hostile like this and they see you
yeah.
on, I don't want to say national, well, it's not TV, but
It
it's
was
Roland
national.
Martin and you've been going doing tours. Now people see you as this which we hate to say, angry black
Angry
woman,
black woman.
with all of this hostility, you have a right to be mad. You do. But you could have come out here and said what you wanted to say in another way if you needed Chat GPT or whoever else to write it down for you so you can read it so you won't be in your emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Then if you have your own platform, or call
Mm-hmm.
your good girlfriends and y'all go eat and you express and you fuss and you say all of those things to them, but when you still have a goal in mind, you can't come out here hot like that, because the first thing they gonna say is, okay, so when she get mad, is she gonna do this with us? Well, when she gets upset, is she going to say this in a boardroom full of people that we could have some dealings with?
Mm-hmm.
That's the situation I was looking at. I get you and your feelings. I get it.
Yeah.
But when you're in a professional space, do
Right.
you know how many people be mad in professional spaces?
Yeah.
And they have to conduct themselves as a professional,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
because you don't know what you're blocking by doing all of this rah rah, and I mean you cutting
Yeah.
people off. What if you're in the board? What if the board was watching and saying, well, okay, his part is done, but we're still going to work with these people.
Right. And
And
they,
now they're looking at you like, okay,
yeah.
we don't
Target
want to
is watching. They
deal,
ain't stop watching.
we don't want to deal with that.
Mm-mm.
So now what? And then the difference, I didn't even realize it myself. I didn't know it was a fast and a boycott.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Mhm.
I didn't either. I
I
didn't know
didn't
it either.
either.
We didn't
I
know
didn't
that.
know.
So when people start saying, well, he said it's a fast, and then I'm like, okay, well, he did say fast, but nobody came to us and said, listen, Jamal Bryant has agreed to do 40 days, whatever, whatever. He's going to help us with this. This is what we're going to do. After those 40 days, then we're going to continue going in this route to do X, Y, and Z.
Mm-hmm.
Will, if they had brought it to us like that, then okay. When he
Mm-hmm.
says my part is done, and he said you can go or you
Go in or
cannot
stay out.
go in or stay out. Those, he didn't say everything has come to an end, we just gonna stop, go back. He said the fast is over. I think people are so caught in that feeling that they have for him, that they want for his personal life, that they won't let anything that he does be looked at in a good light.
Jesse, don't start your mess.
I
Talking about
mean,
sister
but
girl activity.
that's what she was doing.
Oh.
So when you look at that, I hear you, sis. I get what you're saying, but you gotta say it in a different way.
Yeah.
Because you can potentially stop anything else. If they were going for four and they got three, let's celebrate them three. That's what I be talking about when I say greedy. We want everything. Okay, we got these three. You got a little piece of that. Let's go with that and let's build on what we have already
Yeah.
accomplished. Let's start there.
I think Nakima's thing is her major part in this is not what Jamal and Nina and Tamika's major part was. They were looking at the DEI. They were looking at that stuff and the George Floyd money that was supposed to be contributed. They were looking at that. Nakima is looking at Magdi Ali has been in prison, incarcerated, which she says wrongfully incarcerated for 15 years, and that's her third part that she wants to get out. And
But I'm sorry, but that don't have nothing to do with Target.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. If you if
Okay,
you, if you study
let
the
me know.
information, yeah, if you study the information, what happened with the Magdi Ali arrest? There was a young man, and there was a M that took place. People lost their lives, and I don't know how many gentlemen were there or whatever, but this individual Magdi Ali. was, I don't know if he was in the shop or store or something, like whatever. He left. Forensic went to his home, and I'm just giving y'all the brief real quick. I have the information, but they went to his home and they found an old pair of jeans that was 3 months old, and they said they found a small blood stain on it. Now, before they found this small blood stain on the bottom of his pants, the courts were about to let him off. They couldn't find nothing against this young man, so they were going to let him off, say that he had nothing to do with this case, even though another young man admitted to being the one that did the taking the people's lives. They still came after Magdi Ali. And from the video that I saw, people are saying and making accusations that the blood was planted on this young man's pants. Now, how does Target enter into all of this? They use Targets. Target had this thing that they did for the community where they would um, do forensics and help to, people who are doing wrong to get them arrested and so forth. So they use Target's forensic team to do this. That's how Target got involved. So when when Nikema is saying Target, two employees from Target testified, and based on their testimony, Magdi Ali was arrested. That's what she's referring to, the forensic team that Target used. So
Mm.
that's why she's so mad at them. And it goes really deep, even to the part that they're saying that some people are saying they believe because Magdi Ali was going to get off, they're believing that forensic or somebody may have allegedly planted that small speck of blood on his pants. And I told my husband, I said, the young man, they 3 month pants was 3 months old. Did he never wash those pants? What happened? But the story goes real deep. It goes real, real deep. And that's the part that we, the public, have been missing. I had to start pulling up research.
Yeah, because I'm.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to say this quickly. Um, I can see why Jamal didn't touch that.
Mm-hmm.
That's
But here's the thing.
an attorney need to, like a Ben Crump or somebody need to touch that. I
Yeah,
can
and
see
I
why he
think they
didn't.
consulted with. But here's the
Okay.
thing: if you're going to join a boycott, don't just say I'm only going to join this part, because
Okay.
now I mean, when I look at it, if I say I'm going to do this boycott, and somebody come over here and say, well, I will only want to do this part, I only want to do that part, I only want to do that part. My thought is,
Okay.
if you're not all in with me, then just stay where you are, because
Mm.
I want to all in. Now, some people, if they do a boycott, they may be fine with just do this piece or maybe okay with that piece. But I think the issue was Nikema is upset because Jamal just put those two, and she said that on Roland Martin's thing. But Nikema's heart is really with trying to get Magdi Ali released because she says he's innocent.
Mm.
But okay.
It's a
Does she
story.
have? Do they have an attorney?
Information up. Yes, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But here's the thing: they were claiming that people were uh not so nice, we'll say, in leadership positions, from police, from judges, from
Okay.
all kind of stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Hmm.
it's deep, y'all. When I
And
start
so
with
you,
the story, it's
I'm
deep.
sorry. And
Mhm.
so you think that if Jamal would have taken on the whole thing, that
Would have
would
been
have been
as
helpful
upset.
to the case?
I don't know if it would have been helpful to the case, but it would have shown that he was with her all in.
Okay.
But she's upset because she said he only put two up there. And she said that, and she said that because she was angry because he wasn't with the other thing. And she
See,
also
I'm
said
like
this. Let
Londa.
me say this. She also said this. She said they could have started a boycott in their own city. She had this started in Minneapolis.
Mm-hmm.
It was the original intent, from my understanding, it was not to be in every state or whatever. She was targeting because that's the headquarters. She was boycotting
Mm.
the headquarters.
Mm.
And then when Jamal and them came, she was like, they could have started it in their own city.
Okay.
But what they did, she says they
Took it
came and acted
nationwide.
as though they were taking it nationwide and taking the Minneapolis area. She said they didn't need to come over here. We got this. We got
Mm.
Minneapolis. Go and start a boycott in your own city. And I
Okay.
thought that was wrong because we're not looking at it city by city. We're looking at it nationwide. So we
Right.
the public that's another reason why we the public were so confused with this whole thing.
Okay, because I'm like Londa. I really thought. that this was DEI and the workers,
No,
and
it's three things. Three
I
things.
didn't know anything about this. This is my first time
Mm-hmm.
hearing anything about the prisoner.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mhm.
okay, this is one of the things that people have to stop doing also. Because you're passionate about it and that's what's in your heart,
Yeah.
you can't expect the next person to be as passionate, or it may not be a problem that they feel like, again, it not saying that we don't care, but it's in Minnesota, he's in Georgia.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So when you say to come and help us with this boycott,
I don't think she told them to come and help. I think they offered.
She
They
didn't
came
tell
but
to
them.
her. She didn't go
but
to
when you okay, but even okay, let's say
them.
they
Mm-hmm.
went to them and said, "Hey, let us help."
Mm-hmm.
If we want to help with the part of getting employment and we want to better
Yeah.
wages and things of that nature, then let's work.
Be
Okay,
clear on that.
this is my
Mm-hmm.
strong point. This is where I'm going to, you
And
do
it's all I'm gonna do. Now you
this
accept it or
part over
not.
here.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
We going to take care of this and get this done.
Mm-hmm.
They took care of that. They got something out of it, but she still wants the prisoner to be released. So she's not satisfied.
Right. And I don't know if this will ever end with her, because that's what Roland was trying to ask her. What do you want? What will bring this to a close?
Mhm.
And I didn't get a direct answer as far as that. And I think maybe Pastor Jamal Bryant saw that same thing,
Mhm.
and that's probably why he was like, well, we got two out of three, and I'm fine with that, and I'm removing myself. And again, we don't know the other conversations that were being had before this press conference and all that. So he did his exit. But I think, again, the error that Pastor Jamal, in my opinion, was he did not make Nakima's name strong enough when he was out here boycotting. To us, it appeared that it was all Pastor Jamal.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
why she
fair.
okay?
That's
So
fair.
okay, I'm gonna ask this question because y'all know my blinker is on. I'm going on over in the middle. I get her gripe. I get why she's mad. I get all of that.
Hmm.
But can he really help this person get out of jail? Like,
But
can
again,
he really
again,
do
here's the
that?
part. Here's the thing. If he had a conversation with Nakima and said, "I'm only going to help you with these two," and they agreed on that, then she should not be upset because he's not helping with the third. That's the part that the public is not aware. We don't know the conversations as to, okay, are you agreeing to do this? And I'm fine with this. We don't know those parts. A lot of
But even with the 40 days, we can't say, you know what, you said 40, but you did 400. Like, thank you for that. You know, you went deeper than you said that you were, but instead it's like now she's mad. She's like mad, mad. She wasn't this mad with the Don Lemon thing.
Yeah, she is mad because I think, and I said this on my video, I think part of Nakima's anger is people started coming at her saying, "How dare you shut down a boycott and you didn't tell us?" I think part of her anger was her reaction to the way people were probably coming at her. And it could have been
So
coming at her.
why didn't she just come out and say, even if she felt some type of way about it,
Mhm.
Pastor Jamal Bryant was with us. He was really only supposed to do 40 days. We thank him for doing his 400, but we still have things that we're trying to do. The boycott is not over. The fast is
She
over.
said that in so many
And
words.
let's move. Is how she
Yeah, that's
said it,
true.
though.
That is true. How she
It's
said it.
how she said it. Because
Yeah.
now, if
But
she even if she comes and says it like that, now people are mad about how she been acting for the last few days. Who's gonna
yeah,
listen to you?
yeah, yeah. And it's just sad how this all transpired, and a lot of the people in the public, and myself included, we're like we were shocked. We were shocked. We a lot that we didn't know. And Yeah, he did, Jesse. I believe he did too. He made it about himself. And it just should teach us really about how to build relationship, know who's doing what, being able to accept, being able to understand, give people their props. I'm a big person. If I use somebody's content, I tell them, this is their
Mhm.
content. You've got to be able to give people's props. So all
Mm-hmm.
of us need to learn lessons from this whole thing, because here's my stance again. We are all Black people. All six of these individuals are African American people. And here's one thing I said also: if we cannot teach, and they are leaders, if they cannot teach us, the public, how to disagree respectfully and even come to the table and apologize to
Yes.
one another and make
Yes.
this thing right, then what is the leadership about? Because y'all can teach
Mm-hmm.
us all day long how to fight. And I said this on my channel. Our culture and our heritage have always taught us how to fight. Where are the people that teach us to apologize?
That's the
Mm,
part.
that's
That needs
good.
to be part of it.
That's
So
the
these
part.
six individuals, even if they agree to disagree, do it respectfully. This is all out in the public. Y'all can come together in the public and say, listen, I didn't like how Nina did me. I didn't like how Tamika did me. I didn't like how Jamal did me. But listen, we are still all out here fighting for one another. And just because I'm mad at them, don't mean that I have to be angry and bitter and nasty. I'm
Mhm.
still gonna
Yes.
respect my brothers and sisters. I even wrote a song on AI, put it on my crib music. Y'all go and listen to it. And I dedicated it to all of them, because we have to learn how to build a bridge of
Mhm.
Yes.
apologies with one another. Our culture for
Yes.
generations have taught fight, fight, fight. Even so much that we out here fighting our own people. When are we going to teach each other how to apologize? And I
Mhm.
think this will be a great opportunity for these six leaders. Pastor Jamal, he did, his apology. He did apologize. People accept it, people don't. He did an apology. But what this young man, Pastor Jamal Bryant, really needs to do as a leader, or what he should do, he can attempt to do it. He may not, because some people may be stubborn. He's dealing with five women,
Mhm.
five
Mhm.
African American leaders.
Okay.
They
Yes.
I mean, four women and one man. He's dealing with four women and one man. So he got a lot. But I think if these individuals could really show us what real Black leaders do, let's come together and apologize. Somebody had, I think, St. James had it on his channel where he said that Obama had an issue. Jesse Jackson's son had an issue with Obama because of his incarceration and stuff being done during the administration when Obama was. But President Obama still showed up at Jesse Jackson's
Mhm.
funeral. Respect. We got to learn how to show each other respect, even when we don't like each other's actions. So I think
Yes.
And
we
That's
then
need,
good.
with
That's
yeah.
that,
real good.
you and then a lot of people, and this is all I'm gonna say about this because it might go left. A lot of people felt because President Obama was Black that we were supposed to get all of this extra treatment. Here's
Mm,
my say. You did it, sir. You and your spouse, you did it. And y'all wanted President Obama to kind of let you off the hook for what you did. And because he didn't, as my brother, the Black man, now we have a problem. I don't like that.
just,
I don't Jesse Senior would have loved all that. But I'm just saying, it really seems to be that we gotta pick and choose. And sometimes folks be picking and choosing the wrong thing.
mm-hmm,
They pick and choose the wrong thing
yeah,
because at the end of the day, just like any other citizen, if we do something wrong, we have to pay the consequences,
yeah,
regardless of who our parents are.
mm-hmm.
We still have to. Jesse Jackson Sr. didn't do it.
Listen, the
So
real thing is Jesse Jackson Jr. did the crime, so he had to do the time, regardless of whose administration was in office.
there we go.
Just because you have a Black president in office and he's friends with your daddy, don't mean that you can't go to jail. It
Mm-mm,
happened. You did
mm-mm.
it.
You did it. You learned your lesson, and hopefully that will make you not go back. I
Don't
know
no,
it
don't
worked for
don't be
me.
mad at the black man that was in the presidency. You did it.
You did it. And if he had to let him out, you know how many other people he would have had to let out
Child.
for
Mm-mm.
being black and friends and bros, and we don't have time for that. We
No.
don't have time for that. We're gonna
Mm-mm.
hit this real quick because we were supposed to do it last week and we didn't. We just get to talking and stuff just be going. So real quick, because this I watched the documentary 3 times. And then there's been some other ones that have come out and I have watched them also.
Okay.
And as women, these women were put through what we can say now is
Yeah.
hell.
Oh my God. It's terrible.
We didn't see this when it was going on. We're thinking these are people who inspire to be models, and Tyra gonna come and show them how to do the whoop de woo and how to walk. That's what I think. You walk and you look. You kind of keep your stance and your posture, and that's what we as America saw until the virus hit,
Mm,
and the young folks start looking
mm,
and they started dissecting. And then all of a sudden, the show that was the Americas had everybody staring at the TV every week.
mm-hmm.
Now we're side eyeing, but we're not just side eyeing the contestants. I'm side eyeing production,
Yeah.
Tyra, you name it, UP, all of y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody had a part in this.
Yeah.
And watching the documentary, first, okay, my first thing was Tyra's face from
Mm,
jump. It was like she had that chip on her shoulder, like Miss Nakima.
mm,
You came in like, well, I don't, wait, what? You didn't look back at the stuff like everybody else and seen what we saw? Because I didn't, honestly, I was a vivid. I watched every week for
mm,
about a good 7 seasons.
mm,
And I didn't know, I would think like, okay, that's a weird picture, but I'm not a model.
mm-hmm.
So
Mm,
I don't know. I don't know nothing about this. This is what they do. Okay, well, this is what they do. I'm thinking I'm learning what the models do from America's Next Top Model.
mm-hmm.
But to hear the backgrounds,
Everybody didn't share the same experience. I didn't watch it.
and
I only
that's
watched one episode and I was
that's
bored
the
with
thing.
it. I'm just being honest.
Now that's
It's funny how Eva wasn't
come
there,
on.
Takara wasn't there, and
Right.
the other young lady, her name escapes me, wasn't there.
Yeah, yeah.
You're gonna have you're signing up for television. This reality TV, they will do whatever it takes to
Mm,
get the views so that they can make the coin at the end of the day. So, not to excuse what they did. Again,
right.
I didn't watch it all. I didn't.
Mm.
Okay,
You
because
can
it was
say you
a
couldn't
bad
do that.
soccer fest,
Oh,
and I
I
didn't
saw
feel
all
like
of it. Mm-hmm.
it. But not to excuse any of it, but to say that you sign up for what you sign up for, and this is gonna sound harsh, but people are staying. They were staying to try to, get the end result, and I
Right.
understand that, and it took work and it took risk,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what this is. It was a risk. Was it worth it? At the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, and then sometimes you're able to pull out um, in the middle of it all if it doesn't serve you.
Mm-hmm.
So
Now I agree with you, but then on the back end, This is why it's important, especially as for the teens and the young people that are aspiring to be anything.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just take your kids to these auditions to stand in these 5, 6, 7 hour day lines
Mm-hmm.
and just hope for it. I hope you get picked. You need to be in the room with your child when they sign these contracts, because a lot of people just see one, it's television,
Mm-hmm.
it's Tyra Banks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting ready to be on TV. I'm getting ready to do this. I'm getting ready to do that. And they are, one of the girls said that she home was so bad that if she didn't do America's Next Top Model, she didn't know where she was going to go.
Right.
So when you have people like that who are looking for, I won't say an out, but still trying to go towards what they want to do, they not thinking about no contracts. We saw that on Making the
Mm-hmm.
Band. They
Right.
told them you ain't gonna make no money. You pretty much promotion and that's it, and they all signed it.
I'm all for chasing a dream. Chase
Yeah.
your dreams, do your thing. But when you're desperate, even if it's a good desperate or a bad desperate, you will do anything.
And they did. I
And they
watched the
did.
entire series that Sean had sent me, and like Courtney said, I can agree with her because there were thousands of people in those 25 years that America's Next Top Model was on, and they found what 5 or 6 that had some of the hardest cases. And I'm glad the women did share their stories
Mm-hmm.
because it
Mm-hmm.
their story is important too. And like Courtney says, there was a lot of people that benefited from it, and there were also individuals that were hurt, and even those that weren't even on the program were probably dealing with some hurt as well. But some of the things that I learned from this, like Courtney was saying, they knew what they were into and yet they continued and they went through some of the craziest stuff. When the young girl who was in Milan
Mm-hmm.
and had the sex with that gentleman, them filming her talking to
That
her,
was horrible.
filming her in the act and in the shower and all, I agree that sometimes people can go too far with filming because I think
Mm-hmm.
sometimes they forget these are human beings and they're going to have to live their life continually after this, and they so focused on the views, they so
Mm-hmm.
focused on this going to bring the views that we forget these people are human. They forget the human emotion part of this, and those women were still crying, and this has been 25 years for some of them, and they are still crying because of the hurt they endured. So, and I think what I learned from it is you have to determine your. Again, I'm back to this. You got to determine your worth.
Mm-hmm.
The one girl that said, and they showed the clip, or the one girl say, "I want to go home. I'm out," and Miss J was trying to tell her to stay, and she turned around and walked out. I clapped for her. She turned around and walked out, didn't look back, and she was, I don't care, because some things you got to determine, how far you
Mm-hmm.
want to go. But the ones who stayed, like Courtney said, they knew what they were doing. They stayed and they because they felt like this is all I got. But it was horrible to hear their stories. But the sad part is that kind of stuff is still going on
Mm-hmm.
in the industry with people who want to be recognized, become famous, become these pop celebrities or whoever they are. And a lot of them were, of course, blaming Tyra for some of the stuff. Now, I did not like that Tyra Banks told the girl, and when after this Milan incident happened, and then she met with the girls, and she gonna have the conversation, tell her, well, my somebody cheated on me, and I felt bad, and I think that was intentional. I ain't like that Tyra did that. I didn't like
I
that.
didn't like that one, and
I
I
didn't
didn't
like
like the one with
when she
the
filmed and she was doing the Tyra Banks show, and she said, "Have you seen it?" And she said, "I don't want to see it." And she
and
showed
she
it.
played
I
it
didn't like that.
anyway.
So Tyra has her demons she gonna have to deal
Mm-hmm.
with, and you got to pay when you do stuff like this to people. It'll come back, to you, and it did. And Tyra ended up, even though she wasn't trying to save even the other three gentlemen's job, Miss J and all the other ones, hers got cut, so it came back to her, you know. But that whole documentary should teach individuals, because the women that survived and moved on and didn't win, you know what they did? They showed they're still surviving, they're still beautiful. They
Mhm.
still, survived in their life, and though it may have been hard and difficult, they still survived. So it was very hard to watch, but I'm glad I did watch it. So thank you, Sean, for
Mhm.
even sending it to me because I was not watching America's Top Model back in the day like that. First of
Oh
all,
yeah, I was a
too thin.
fan.
They were too
But
thin.
see,
They were too
yes,
thin.
yes. What was it? Yesterday? Well, this week, Takara did an interview. Eva did an interview,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and that was not their experience.
Hmm.
Everybody doesn't have the same experience. Now,
Right.
granted, those are the ones who went on to do
Big stuff.
Mhm.
some of them more than Tyra, in my opinion. But
Mhm.
you know, but you have to if you have a something that you want to do and it comes to stuff like this is anything, the music industry, the fashion industry, the comics,
Mhm.
the actors, actresses, whatever it is,
Mhm.
those contracts are, some of them, most of them are designed for the company. They're
They
not
protect the
designed
company.
for you.
And the
So
That's
thing
if
what.
is
you
this.
sign based on what they said,
Mhm.
I can't blame them. Because when it come to a contract, especially in them fine prints, they tell you read them fine prints.
Well, everybody that signs a contract of that magnitude needs to pay an attorney. I know a lot of those women are
Yes.
like, I don't have attorney money. You
At
need to
least 500.
look it over. Look it over.
Something,
Mhm.
something,
That
somebody.
language can stuff can get hidden in the language,
Yes.
Hmm.
and if you're not skilled, you will get yourself caught up into something.
You will
But
sign your
but
whole
this
soul
too,
over.
when it comes to passions and when it comes to dreams and things of that nature, I know this gonna sound super deep, but you have to make sure that you're called to it and that you're in you're in alignment uh with God or
Hmm.
everybody don't,
Because just because you
so
like to
that
do
you'll
something don't mean
know
you're
so
called
that
to it.
you won't right so that you'll know so that you won't not to say that things will be perfect but that you won't fall for anything. You
Yeah,
understand what I'm saying?
yeah,
That you'll count the cost to know, okay, this is the path or this is the journey that I have to go on. But just know that, like, um enduring any type of essaying,
yeah,
that's not a part of the plan
yeah,
Mm-mm.
yeah, yeah. Come on
in
now, you
regards
got
to
to do that.
chasing your dreams and your purpose. That's not a part of the plan.
Hmm.
If we look back at the e-files, if you know what I'm talking about,
Hmm.
um a lot of them were promised, modeling careers and things of that nature.
Yeah.
And so you just have to be mindful that, is my purpose connected to doing this?
Hmm.
Would God really connect me to this pervert to do this
Do I have
to
to go
get
through
in
this
this
to get that?
space? You don't
And
have to go
see,
that way.
Yeah, I have to tell y'all, I went and did a modeling thing one day, y'all, and I found out this ain't for me.
Mhm.
One of my friends went to meet a casting person, a good guy friend. He went to do a casting. He wanted to do modeling. So he said, hey, would you come with me? So I said, sure. So I went with him, and the guy was sitting down at his desk, and he's talking to my friend, talking over this or whatever. Then the guy looks over at me and says, hey, why don't you become a model? I used to be 110 pounds, okay, y'all. So back in my day, I ain't seen 110 since before my children were born. But anyway, he looked over at me and he says, would you like to, model also? And my friend was like, try, Regina, go for it. So I was like, okay. So he said, would you stand up and take your shirt off and take your brassiere off? And I looked at him and I was like, why? And he said, I need to see what you look like. And I was like, well, you see me how I look. And he was like, no, I need you to take your shirt off and take your brassiere off. And
they
I,
test you.
oh, yeah. And my
They
friend is
test
sitting there,
you.
my guy friend. And I had to make a choice right there if I wanted to humiliate myself, not even knowing if I was going to get the job
Come on.
or if what I was about to do was going to give this little man that's sitting across that desk a little
Come
rise.
on. Hmm.
And I decided I'd rather stay in banking. And I said, no, I'm sorry, this is not for me.
Mhm.
And he was like, no, you will be good. And I said, no, that's okay. And there was a lady in my neighborhood when my daughter was about 12 or so. This lady came to me and she said, your daughter is model material. She should be a model. She said, I used to work with great models back in the day. And she started running off names and everything. She said, I
Mhm.
would love it if you would let me take her and get her some training and get her prepared and meet with some people. She would be great at modeling. And I said, well, when do we go? And she said, well, no, I have
Mhm.
to take her myself because,
Mhm.
and I told her, I said, I'm sorry, we don't do that over here. We are a black family. We don't do that. We don't give our kids to strangers in
Come
neighborhoods. We
on.
don't take our kids nowhere. I said, we don't do that. And so I was like, no. And I said, no. And I even told my daughter, she's, older now, to tell her, so you never go into those places alone because a lot
Mhm.
of women, unfortunately, have gone to some of these places alone.
That's right.
Things have happened
Yep.
that they have a hard time talking about. And I was glad that my friend even asked me to come with him
Mhm.
because some of these places, they not even real places, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Come
It's
Mm-hmm.
on.
somebody
That
done
Mm-hmm.
part.
ran an ad, got them a little office space that they paying by the hour, sitting down
That
behind
part.
the desk and acting like they this, that, or
And
whatever.
you go back the next day and it look abandoned, like what nobody
Right.
there. And you
Right. I
didn't.
took my son to a casting. He wanted to be an actor. So I took my son to this casting. It was this place in Miami. We went there. People was lined up trying to get their kids in. Sat there for hours talking to people. And my son did his little, run this test, say this, whatever. My son said the little script, did good. Then we get to the front. They say, okay, we need $300. You pay
Mhm.
$300, and then we'll put them on this list, and then we'll call you
Mhm.
back. And I was like, why do I got to pay $300? Y'all didn't even tell me if my son got the part or anything.
Come on.
And I was like, no, I'm not doing it. I said, no, forget. I'm not paying no $300. First of all, I'm not doing that. So we left. Next day, my son said, well, Mom, let's go back over there because I really want to do it. Just pay it, Mom. I want to go. So I was like, okay. I took him back. The whole building was closed.
Mm-hmm.
And
Been
the
there, done that.
desk and everything
Yep.
gone. They had took all those people money and they ran.
And
Yes.
see, this is one of the
Yes.
things that I was saying earlier. If your kid desires to be this, go with them.
Go with them. Never let them
Go
go
with them
anywhere.
because
Mhm.
if you notice, even for America's Next Top Model, there's an age
Mhm.
because
Right.
they know, okay, anybody over 25 pretty much is thinking straight and we can't finagle them. So
Mm-hmm.
we gonna stick with the 18 to 25 because they're more influenceable. They're
Desperate.
hungry. Yes, they're desperate. They'll do pretty much anything, especially if you say, well, you're not gonna be away from home. Oh God, you taking me away from home? Please let me get away from here. So
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
they look at those things and then they get there and it's like, oh God, mama, I want to come home. But you can't even call your mama to come home because you didn't sign this
Mhm.
contract
Mhm.
that you can't talk to nobody, you can't see nobody. Now you're here by yourself. They didn't send these girls to the dinner. Baby, if my kid would have come home from anywhere with her mouth jacked up like that, it would have been a whole nother part of the documentary.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're not going to, you know that these are still mentally children, and
Yeah.
you have them to sign something for a dentist they ain't never seen, don't know about, don't know if he a real dentist, don't know none of that. And these girls to this day still have problems with their mouths because of something that they did,
Yeah.
just wanting to be somebody,
What
pretty
dentist
much.
sits in a chair for dang near 18 hours? What dentist? And then the other young lady went back to have her gap filled to the same guy. I would
And
never,
at night,
never.
ma'am, what dentists work at night?
Mm-mm, no.
What what dentist? Now I know the people that work at night, but they usually be in the hotel rooms
Bye.
during surgery.
Bye.
You ain't no dentist at no office nowhere after no
They
kind of
get their
hour.
supplies from Home Depot. They get they
And
all. Mhm,
they're not sterile. Now
mm-mm,
you have those Takara, and I loved her. I love Takara anyway.
mhm.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
But the way she was talking is like, I don't know that Tyra.
Mhm.
But from what I saw from this documentary, you didn't help yourself. I don't like that person.
Yeah.
Eva said the same thing. Tyra has helped me in all kinds of ways. But then when you hear that she told a young lady, well, I knew, you know,
You
nothing
want
was going to
to go
come
through
of it for you.
hard.
But
It was,
what?
and the young lady that they shaved all her hair off her head and then told her she need to come and she too ashy, and the poor baby trying to oil her leg down, and then that dumb little thing that was sitting on the
Now,
sofa,
can you sit?
girl gonna
You
tell her,
getting
can
grease on the couch. I'd have
you
flipped that
getting
whole
grease
couch
on
over.
the door. Now I wanted to reach through the TV myself and just snatch her by her ponytail. I was, oh God. See, I can't. That's why I got a lot of guy friends. I can't deal with a lot of women. I can't.
And
Sometimes
see
people,
the
wow,
Tyra could have and Takara said something, and I totally agree. Tyra could have saved herself
she
just by being humble, just by you know what, I messed up. I didn't know this was going on back then. I'm sorry that y'all went through that.
could.
She was just pretty much like,
She didn't even want to apologize or say anything to not Miss J. What's the other gentleman's name? The Spanish
uh
gentleman. What's his name?
Nigel.
No, not Nigel. Not the photographer. The other gentleman.
The other one is Jay as well.
It's
Jay.
Mr. J and Miss J.
Right.
Hmm.
She didn't even want to say nothing to Jay. And Jay would not say nothing bad about Tyra. And then Miss J, my God, having gone through a stroke, I feel him because my brother went through a stroke and he's sitting there in that place for a year. And Miss J, I felt him when he said, I train women to walk and I can't walk.
And I
Girl,
can't walk.
so, and then they asked him, has Tyra come to see you? And he said, not yet. He still gave her grace, even with that answer.
Hmm.
Not
He
yet.
just said not yet.
Not yet. He still gave her grace.
And she said, oh, maybe I should call him.
Oh my God. Child, Tyra done moved over there to Australia, child. She ain't thinking about this.
Eating ice cream. You are a famous model and you go and do ice cream.
Because her mom always wanted to have an
Hmm.
ice cream shop. That's the reason why she bought the ice cream shop. I saw when she had opened that. But it was very sad, but it was also informative, and what people do for fame. And a lot of times this stuff that people do for fame, they end up taking the money that they made to pay for a psychiatrist.
And that's why I tell people, I'm gonna go viral. I want to go viral. It's a lot that come with going viral.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's
Because you
not
go
always
viral,
money.
now yeah, these TV shows gonna have you, yeah, this gonna happen, but now everything in your life is coming to
Cause,
the forefront.
cause where is Charles and Miss Netta?
Oh,
Bum, 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 bum,
did
bum,
they
bum.
try to take it down again?
Bum, 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 bum.
We
Again,
not we not singing Charles Your Lunch is Ready anymore.
Oh,
We've moved on.
that
Courtney.
few minutes of fame will make you think that you listen, your first year, you're gonna have all kind of gigs, you're gonna have all kind of
Hmm.
engagements, you're gonna have
Hmm.
all of this, but as soon as the next person pop,
Come on now. Come
Or
on now.
you can't mentally handle what comes with virality.
Mm-hmm.
well, see, when you're not mentally stable in the first place, you're not gonna know how to
Mm-mm.
mentally handle things. That's
And
like Darren Fleet.
I don't think anyone is ever prepared for you go from obscurity to that level of attention. I
Yeah.
It's
don't think anyone is
crazy.
prepared for that.
Well, a
It's
lot of people
crazy.
on social media do that. They go through and they get viral, but they have a problem handling the decline. They okay with the
Mm.
rise, but they got a problem with the decline. They don't know
Mm.
that everything that go up come down.
Mm.
Hmm.
So a lot of them, unfortunately, I see so many stories of where these social media influencers have even taken their own lives because they can't handle that decline.
And
And
Mm.
this
it's
it's
very sad.
bad because what you end up doing is you look at what other people's
Opinion.
public life
Hmm.
is,
Mm,
and
oh,
you feel like, I want to buy that, I want to be able to get this, I want to go here, I want to do that, I want
Mhm.
to do that, I want to go. Then you find out, okay, most of these people was touring on promotion, so they ain't making no money. If you don't have good managing and good backing, you're not gonna get booked. All of them people that was having you come to the club, all the talk shows and all of that stuff goes away.
Yeah.
They pump you up in your head. Darren Fleet said it himself. He all he wanted to do was skits.
Mm,
He took off and they put him on the comedy show stage.
mm.
Two different things.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Him online, those skits, hilarious. In person, I was sitting there like,
No.
oh
because
my
they
God.
was in Charlotte. So I was like, yeah, we can drive to Charlotte, in-laws is in Charlotte. Let's go. We can. It was
Yeah,
like this. It
my
was
God.
to the
A
point where
lot of those guys was like that.
he cut his set because
Mm,
people was just kind of.
there.
I
Well,
hate that. That's unfortunate.
So you're
It
yeah.
taking
really is.
all of these people who are
Mm-hmm.
working, who've been working 5, 10, 15 years, getting mud up to the knee, and you come on social media, and because you have 100,000 followers, now you getting booked everywhere. You ain't did nothing. We don't know nothing about you. We don't know if you can act. We don't know if you're really funny. We don't know none of this. But social media has made it where you don't have to work. There has been so many places that I know people have tried to go to, and their first question is, how many social media followers do you have?
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
What?
MLG 980 is hilarious. Tara is way too busy smizing.
yes, she is. Yes, she is.
I've been trying to do it since you said it, and I still ain't. I ain't no model, so I guess I can't do it because I
That
be.
listen, that network NP or whatever that place that they took her stuff, they took her baby and gave it to the white girl. That had to hurt. That had to hurt.
Oh God.
They took her stuff. That's why you got to own your stuff. You got to own it.
Period.
You got
I
to
don't, I
sit
don't know what
there
I don't know if
now.
she
I
had
It's
think
okay.
a
to
lot of us just be so excited to be in the number to
yeah,
finally be able to have something,
you're right, Court.
to get on the TV that
I mean, she got paid. Tyra got paid big money, but just the thing,
But look at
y'all
what she's going
firing
through
me.
now.
Y'all made me fire my 3 friends that came here with me. Y'all made me fire them. And now y'all firing me and giving it to the white girl. I know Tyra had to be some kind of hot. Because I was hot. I was like, oh my God.
I was because when I saw it, I said, "Who this woman and
Hopper, who this?
where's Tyra?"
They was like, bye,
I
Tyra. Bye,
it
girl.
it dropped. But this is the other thing that really made me mad.
I know Tyra was praying that thing tanked. I know she was in prayer closet every day.
Probably, but you did people wrong. You should have let Mr. J quit when he wanted to.
They did Tyra wrong. They should at least gave it to a black woman. That was a double insult. Give it to
No.
a black girl. My
Mm-mm.
God.
Mm-mm. You did folks wrong. We don't know how that
You
karma
did.
gonna come back.
You so right. You right
It
about that.
don't come back. It don't always come back
Yeah,
in the way that you give it.
you're right. But people have to
Janice D.
also
Oh yeah, she
understand
was.
Janice D was a whole oh God, whole mess too. My God
I
today.
knew she was. I thought she was on drugs the whole time.
My God today.
Sean, it's always a privilege, y'all. I have to jot down. But
Mm-hmm.
thank
What
you
time
so
is
much
it?
for the
Oh, we got.
opportunity.
It's
um,
almost that
Thank you,
time. We're
and
gonna
it's
girl.
get her in a
always a
second.
pleasure to be with you as well, Pastor Regina. I
I
love
love you,
you.
girl. Thank you for
Thank
reaching out to me too,
Good
you.
girl.
night.
Love you, love you,
Thank
love
you.
you.
Thank you.
See
Yep,
you next
it's
time.
almost that
All right,
time.
girl.
It's
Thank you.
almost. It's
But
almost
Shut, I
that
want to
time.
say this before I drop down. For those people that are watching social media and looking at influencers, they're simply what the word is. They're influencing. They're not always living actuality. Not all of them, some of them. And so when you're looking at somebody and you're like, hey, I want to be like them or I want to do this or whatever, a lot of times what you're looking at is a made up facade of something. That's a lot of
Yes.
times not their real lives. People are out here renting cars, putting in driveways, saying that it's theirs. They're out here renting houses, saying that they own it. They're out here, pretending to have all this wealth, all this stuff and
Fake
everything.
jewelry.
And yeah, so y'all be careful out there following people and saying what you want to do. And then the ones that have made it, they went through work, just like Mr. Beast. He didn't start out with 100, 300 million subscribers. He started out
No,
with one, just
no.
like everybody else. And he was
Hmm.
in his mom's basement. So he had to put the hard work into the hard work. So
Yeah.
y'all be careful who you out here following and calling an influencer, and know this: everything ain't the way it seems.
Everything that glitter ain't gold.
Some of them influencers, probably if you put your life on the screen, your real life, they'll be jealous of you. Just
Hello.
thank you,
They
girl.
you
Go ahead.
well, thank you, thank. No, I was just gonna say people don't know. We look at the outer part.
Yeah.
We don't know what these people go through. We
No.
don't know how many deals people have lost, how much they've been abused. We don't
Yeah.
know that. We see the glitz and the glamour and we say, I want that. But
Right.
do you want what it took
To get
to
it.
get that?
Boom.
Those are
Boom,
two
boom, boom.
different things. I
That's
want to
it.
be like, do you want to go through the trenches to be like they did?
Mm-hmm. Everything has a price. You can't always
Eh,
take the easy way. And everybody else ain't willing to pay your price. Some things you got to pay yourself.
Hello? You try
Right?
to be like somebody else and you will fool around and be some
Thank
hmm,
you, Aaron.
hmm,
Thank you so
hmm.
much, girl. I listen, we be going on here and I don't even be realizing
I
the
didn't even
time.
realize what time it was. We do got to get out of here. I got
Thank
some
you, girl.
furniture
Love you.
coming. Thank you for
All
coming.
right. Appreciate you. We'll see y'all
Bye
next week. Thank
bye.
you guys in the chat.
Yeah, y'all, we gonna get ready to get out of here. I have some furniture coming, yes, on a Sunday. I do. I have some furniture coming on a Sunday. And they just said that they are en route. So I am thank you, JP. Thank you, JP. Thank you, JP. Listen, any way y'all want to support the platform, um, you can. Support comes in all ways: liking, subscribing, sharing, joining, turning on your notification, cash apps, super chats, subscribe to all platforms: YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Please go and watch the replays. When you watch the replay, hit the like sign. When you watch the replay, just leave a comment if it's nothing but hello. That support also. And then we have new merch. We got a shot glass or a mocktail glass, whatever it is you want to call it. And we still have um our mugs. So those are still available. Let's see what else, what else. Josh is on tonight. Millennial Mondays on Jesse Online is tomorrow. We always know the apostle come on when he come on, so keep your notifications on. Let's see what else. Oh, the ways to give. These are all of the ways to give. I appreciate every cash app. I appreciate the text messages. I appreciate the DMs. I appreciate those of you that have already gotten your mugs. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. These are the ways to give. Listen, if the subject was good, if anything touched your heart, if you was like, okay, your amens can be in dollar form, you can do super chat, cash app, PayPal, Zelle. I have Chime also. I forgot about that till I was looking at something yesterday. So these are all of the ways to give. Please support all of the platforms. I am Courtney Phillips TV, the Juice Radio and Talk Show. Juice has crib music. All we put all of the links and everything in the chat. So please, if you're watching the replay, click on them. Join. It's okay. If you're watching the replay, you can definitely also send your cash app then. I like to wake up to seeing my notification with the cash app sign on it. Who would not? Who would not? So that's our time. We always have fun. We always have great topics. Sometimes we have topics and we never get to them, but guess what? That is okay, because everything that we do talk about, we need to talk about. So y'all have a good night. Again, just keep your notifications on so that you will know um when we post, when everybody posts. Listen, support your content creators. If it's nothing but liking the video, that is support. That keeps us in the algorithm, it keeps us going, and it lets us know that, hey, we want to see more, we want to hear more. You can also follow me on Instagram, and you can DM me if you would like to be a part of the show. If you have any topics, I can't say my email because I have so many emails. But if there's a topic that you want to talk about, or if you want to be a part of one of the panel, men, we want to do this men's panel. So DM me, Shine Talk Show, on Instagram, and we can get that show going. That's all for now. I'm out. We're going to be taken out by the choir going to take us out. The choir is going to take us out. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Cece. Thank you, Nicole. I ain't gonna start naming names because I'm gonna forget somebody. Thank you, Apostle. Always great to have you in the chat. This song is gonna take us out. Y'all have a good day. Josh is next. Meet us there. Good night.
Walk with me, Lord, through valleys and fire. When my strength feels empty, when hope feels tired. You've seen every tear, every silent cry. Still you call me chosen. Still you say I'm alive. I am not forgotten. I am not alone. I am standing boldly on promises you've spoken. Walk with me, Lord. I am rising now. I am walking in purpose. I know who I am now. Walk with me, Lord. I am free. I am strong. What you placed inside me has been there all along. Walk with me, Lord, when the road feels long, when old voices whisper what I've outgrown. You remind my soul when my heart stands still that I am becoming everything you knew. I am not defeated. I am moving ahead. I am moving ahead. I am walking forward by every word you said. Walk with me, Lord. I am rising now. I I am walking in truth. I am walking in freedom because God walks with me too. I am rising with vision. I am standing in time. I am stepping into destiny. This moment is mine. Walk with me, Lord. I am rising now. This is a resurrection breaking out inside. Walk with me, Lord. I am who you say. I am strong, I'm faithful. I will never be the same. I am becoming everything you called me to be.